up, you guys? Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. If you didn't check out our premiere video right before this stream on Six Flags Fright Fest update, feel free to check it out after the stream. Not during the stream, after the stream.
After the stream.
Hey, we had Samantha Lowe here.
Hi,
First
Samantha.
one in the house.
Hi, Jeff and Juan
Pike.
Rodriguez and Carrie
Juan
Searle.
Rodriguez. Carrie Searle. Where's Michael Searle? I sent him a message on Instagram. He's probably doing cornhole or something. He's probably out there getting crazy. But Carrie, I sent him a message on Instagram and he didn't reply. So thank you guys for everyone who watched over there. We appreciate it. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Walt Disney World.
Kiko. Hi, Richard.
Hey, everybody. Carla and Kiko in the house. And Richard. Why is it that whenever I say anybody's name, I go, I get all high pitched?
Like, where you at?
Where you at? If you're not on this stream, where you at?
Yeah, if you're not on Midlife stream, where you at?
I'm drinking.
That's why. I can't believe we just did that.
Well, it's all over TikTok, so it's like
so
all you get on. That's all you get on
Yeah.
TikTok. Where you at? Oh my goodness gracious sakes alive! Becky looks a little
Cope and
sleepy.
Mallow, I was asleep before the stream, and Josh woke me up and told me I had to get up and get on the stream.
Carla says I have my paper and pen ready to keep track of the super chat. No!
Carla, stop it! You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah, so we were just going to talk briefly about the new annual passes for Walt Disney World, and then we'll probably jump into some topic of talking about our Walt Disney World trip and Halloween. And
Hi, Jill Rose.
Josh, did you say you sent Michael a message? Yes, I sent him on Time Out with Michael on Instagram. I sent him a message, and he did not reply to me. I'm so offended. No, I'm just
you're
kidding.
not.
I'm just kidding.
I'm sorry if I keep yawning. Yeah, I was asleep before the stream, and Josh woke me up.
Hey,
VP.
VP, I need to send you a message, actually, VP.
Yeah, he was supposed
Since
to send it
you're here.
earlier.
Let me see. I'm going to do it right now while Becky's talking.
Oh, I'm talking now, you guys. What is up? Welcome to Midlife. Where's Grogu? Where's Grogu? What did you do with Grogu? Who?
Maybe the dog ate it.
No, did you give
Weird
it to
dog
Sito?
sitting. No, yeah, I gave Grogu. I would never give Grogu.
Oh, he's running his
Sito.
ass cornhole tournament.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for Grogu.
Oh my goodness. Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh, here he is.
Grogu's back there. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about whatchamacallit. Hold on one second. I'm lost my place. I've lost my mind. Becky has completely distracted me with this.
There's Grogu.
One second, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm doing something while Becky talks.
Oh no, I'm not talking. I'm doing something else.
No, babe.
Bye.
Babe.
Where you at?
Where you at? Oh my goodness gracious. We're out of control and so unprepared today, but that's okay. I think it's okay. I don't know. So there he is. Wait, where is he? Oh, Grogu. There he is. See, I'm so lost. I'm like, what are you talking about? There he is. I don't know.
Hey, you stuck Baymax in here. In the little thing.
Okay, Becky decided to redecorate the studio while we're live. Hey, Chris from Addie Family Adventures. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for stopping by today. I appreciate it. So we are going to jump into a little Walt Disney World stuff here as soon as Becky sits back down and as soon as I say hi to DDG in the house. Speaking of DDG, I want to thank all our YouTube members out there. You guys will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen during the stream. Thank you so very much for joining. Appreciate it. So we just wanted to go over Disney World has announced new annual passes for 2021. I know some people still already have them.
The old ones that they had, right?
I guess when your pass expires, if you have one, these are the new options, I'm assuming.
Okay.
I don't know.
Melissa.
I don't know much about it, but I'm trying.
Thank you, Melissa.
We're gonna go through it together a little bit here, and we'll see what we can come up with as far as this goes. But let me click on a little share screen action.
So, Melissa, if I threw a sweater over this, do you think I can get away with wearing it to work?
I think you totally could get away with wearing a to work.
There's no casual days at my place. We always have to dress professional.
I don't know. Okay, so Walt Disney World started the annual passes, and I was like, maybe we can get an annual pass to Walt Disney World. I don't know why I would think that, because I don't even have an annual pass to Disneyland right now.
That's expensive?
Well, let's look. We'll compare. We'll look and see, and we'll see what comes up.
And what does it get me into?
And Jeff Pike answered ahead of time, if you're out of state, you are screwed. Yes, there you are. I would agree. Yeah, I know. Jeff Pike is in the chat. What, says DD? I know we've missed him. He's been out fishing and doing all sorts of great stuff. He's been out at Disneyland. He's at Knott's Berry Farm.
He's all over the place.
Brian, what's up, brother?
Brian Villanueva.
All right. So starting on September 8th, just in time for their 50th anniversary celebration, they're going to start selling their Walt Disney World passes. We'll just kind of go through a few things on there, and then we'll go break it down to the detail. But I think first we'll go through, they have 4 passes that you can choose from, and we'll go through the prices and stuff right now, what the passes are. They had Disney Pixie Dust Pass. I think I liked their names.
$399, that's like nothing.
But that's for Florida residents only. And you have to put $205 down. So you're
pretty much paying it.
You have to put half of the pass down first before you get the pass. So it's $399. You got to pay $205, which only leaves you a little bit. Hey, David. So I mean, you're pretty much paying for half the pass up front, and that allows you. Well, we'll go over the details in just a second. The Disney Pirate Pass is $699. Again, $205 down, and that is for Florida residents only. And then the Disney Sorcerer Pass is $899, which is a little bit cheaper than our second to most expensive pass. Again, for Florida residents only. And then the last pass is the Disney Incredicoaster or Incredipass.
Incredipass.
I know, for $12.99. And that says for Florida residents, but I believe for this one you can get if you're not a Florida resident. And we'll see. We'll go to here's a comparison chart of the passes and what you get, and we'll kind of go through that, and then we'll jump into some of my thoughts on our Walt Disney World trip coming up, what we got planned, and Maggie just wanted to show me stuff to completely distract me on the stream.
Trying to.
Okay, so let's look at the first thing. So Florida residents can have a monthly payment plan, just kind of like Disneyland, where the Disneyland residents can have a monthly payment plan, or the Disneyland residents. The California, man, I'm all over the place.
How much have you drank today?
Nothing.
Sir?
This is my first cocktail of the night. Is right here. My first cocktail of the night, because I drove all the way up to Six Flags to shoot that video. Came down, went to a few car lots, and then came back to the house, edited.
We're still looking for our car guys, but there's no cars.
Yes.
There's no cars to be bought unless you want to pay an $8,000
markup.
Well, that's what we should talk about.
No, we'll get onto that in a second. So looking at the monthly payments, $19.99 per month, $45 per month, $63 per month, and $99 per month. And I think if you're an out-of-state resident, which can buy, if you look at past eligibility, the Disney Pixie Dust Pass is for Florida residents, Disney Pirate Pass, Florida residents, Disney Sorcerer Pass, Florida residents, and Disney Vacation Club members. So if you are a Vacation Club member, you can buy that pass. But remember, if you live out of state, you have to pay it in full. You can't do payments. And then the Disney Incredipass is for all guests. You don't have to be a Florida resident, but if you buy it, we'll get to those things. We're going line by line.
Carrie Searle, thank you, buddy. I miss you and love you.
Oh my goodness, Carrie. 45 days until we all are in Walt Disney World. Kind of like we're talking about Walt Disney World. We are going to be in Walt Disney World in 45 days.
And Carrie and I are going to be twinsies.
You know what that means?
No, it doesn't.
It means, I know Michael would say, this is what Carrie meant, is that
That's
we
not what my friend meant.
need to take
Carrie, are you excited? Okay,
shot.
so is everybody on here? Well, there's a lot of you guys on here are going to Florida. Are you guys not excited?
Are they not excited or are they excited?
You're excited. They're excited.
We're excited. Yes, I know. Like, I can't even believe that
And you know what's
Florida
cool? That
is that close.
We've all kind of met. Like, we've all met that
Cheers.
are going. And, like, we're all friends. Oh, Carrie, it was too late.
It was too late.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee, I'm so excited.
Yeah, Brian's going.
Carrie's
DDG's
going. DDG's going.
Carla
Ross is
Kiko's
going.
I mean, so many people are going.
Everybody's going.
Yeah, so that, I mean, it's awesome. So now, visits to the park. If you look at the cheapest one, it's kind of like ours over here. The cheapest key for SoCal residents is basically most weekdays and no weekends, pretty much.
Just Juan Rodriguez is going.
Juan Rodriguez. I'm looking forward to that lunch. I'm kind of scared, though, because that lunch is on our day that we're doing Drinking Around the World one. And I don't know how that's going to come into play. But we'll talk about that after we go over this. We'll talk about all that stuff.
That shot just
warmed you up. And then the Pirate Pass, most days subject to blockout, most days, but there are blockout days. And then the same thing for dates including peak and holiday periods are the blockout. And then the Disney Sorcerer passes most days subject to blockout dates on select days during the holiday period. So it's probably like Thanksgiving Day, Thanksgiving week maybe, or Christmas weeks, and that's it. That's when you're blocked out.
So
for that one.
My question to you is, why would you say, should I get one if it's only $100 more than the Disney one? That doesn't make sense to me.
I know, it doesn't. That's what I was saying. I was like, my first thought was like, oh, should we get one? But then it's like, no, we'd have to pay $12.99 for that one, plus $13.99 for one over here, which we haven't even gotten yet.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's only $100 more. Like, that sounded okay versus the $13.99. Make no sense.
No, I know. I don't make sense.
Yeah, I'm finding that out.
Okay, she's finding out I make no sense.
Finally, after 24 years of marriage, after being with them 25 years.
And then the difference in reservations is you can do 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 5 days, depending on the pass. But Disney Resort hotels, you okay? You're yawning? You tired? You sleepy? Mm-hmm. Need a shot of espresso?
Yeah. Hey, Kevin
I don't
Hernandez.
have any. Kevin Hernandez. If you make if you staying at the Disney hotel, you can book bonus reservations on top of your standard reservations.
You may never stay at the Disney hotel.
Over there. Oh, over in Walt Disney World.
You wouldn't pay for
I know. I'm not saying for us. I'm just talking about for people who want to.
Unless you're talking about it for me, don't talk. No, just kidding. So what are the rules to qualify as a Florida resident?
And how can you fake it? Rule breaking.
You probably have to get a light bill or something. Okay, Carla.
And then they have, you can add on Photopass. So Photopass does not come with any of these things. One thing that does come with these reservations, though, is parking.
Thank you, Melissa from Target.
Hey, Melissa. So parking comes with it, So like over here, you only get parking on the top tier pass.
Yeah.
But over there at Walt Disney World, you get parking included on all the passes.
Because isn't that park so big and is it like far?
Well, you also get access to far to walk. No, yeah, you can Uber there.
But I'm saying, don't you have to park close over there? It's not like Disneyland,
well,
right?
Who's parking off of the property at Disneyland and walking to Disneyland?
A lot of people.
You're not allowed to park at the hotels unless you pay.
A lot of people that park. I go to work every morning and I see people walking down Coachella.
Yeah, they're coming from the
harbor, going to Disneyland.
Yeah, they're coming from the hotels that they're staying at.
Yeah.
And the parking's included in their hotel, or they're actually paying for parking at their hotel. But if I'm just going to Disneyland and I want to park at one of those hotels, I either have to be a guest there or they have to offer a paid parking, which is going to cost as much as Disneyland parking.
I know, but you're saying parking is included in all these. And I said, is it far to walk? Why do you get so crazy? I'm just asking a question. Freaking. I said freaking.
Oh, my goodness.
I said freaking.
No, but just like nobody's really walking to Disneyland, nobody's walking to... You still have to walk from the parking lot to the theme park. Nobody's walking really.
Dios mío, no
I know what you're saying.
No me entiende.
Yes, yes, it would be farther.
Yes, entiendes.
But it doesn't really tie in, I think.
Okay, sorry guys, I just wanted to know a parking situation.
Yeah. So, and then Photopass is $100 a year, and then if you want to add water park and sports options, it's another $100 a year for each pass. I guess you can add it to each pass. That's what I think anyway.
Doesn't seem too bad. It's almost the same thing as what we have. Now, is VP still here? Was it better before?
I don't know. I think he was just stopping by to say hi.
Okay.
But, that's what I want to know. I want to know, like, are you losing benefits? Like, we lost benefits when we got the Magic Key program.
Yeah.
And are you losing benefits in Walt Disney World? I think you are. Compared to the old passes, but I'm not 100% sure on which benefits you're losing and what is the is it a lot? Like us, we were grandfathered into Photopass on ours, and we lost that. And so
this is like the pandemic.
Yeah, and then we had
take everything away and raise the price.
Yeah, and then we had the second tier Magic Key. And we had parking with that, and now we lost that, and you have to only buy the top Magic Key, which is the Dream Key. I think, is that right? I'm gonna pull it up here on the screen. It's a Dream Pass, and the Dream Key Pass, I should say, and that one is comes with parking. So if you look,
Carla's talking to you.
Carla, I was on with Kelly last night, and she said they lost benefits and price was raised 33%. Yeah, wow. I know the price was raised for sure over there. So that you got a price increase. And then you've lost some benefits. And Juan's always concerned about the Nuttles. Price went from $9.99 to $11.99. Juan, you'll just have to cough up that extra $2 every time you go and get those Nuttles. So if you look at, like, for us, like the Dream Key Pass is $13.99. Theirs was $12.99, right? So let's see the prices. $12.99. And then our next expensive pass is the Believe Pass, which is $9.49. Theirs is $8.99.
What are Nuttles? Those little chocolate covered peanut or pecan. They're like the chocolate turtles, DDG.
$8.99. And then the Enchant Key was $6.49 for us. And at Walt Disney World, it's $6.99. So their third tier pass is more expensive than our third tier pass. I wonder if the blackout dates are similar or not. I don't know, but we don't have parking. They do have parking. So for $50 more, they still have parking on their pass.
Which is,
and for us, we don't have parking, which I would think, what happened? Okay. So I would think that they would add parking. If anything, they would take parking away from them over at Walt Disney World and make them pay for it, because like you said, you really need parking if you're going to have that.
After all of that, you finally admit it.
Yes, it took a little bit of time, but with that, I mean, I really wanted to ask an expert about Walt Disney World, and who other to have on the stream than somebody from
Florida.
I was gonna say from Walt Disney World, like they were born and raised in the Magic Kingdom.
I think he was. I think he was birthed at the entrance to the castle.
The 8th dwarf from Seven Dwarfs, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, is the adventurous VP.
What up?
What's going on, buddy?
Love your purse.
What up, Becky? What up, chat?
Okay.
Yeah, my wife hung up all her bags so she could have a good background for her live tonight.
Looks good.
Wow, it looks like a beautiful backdrop. Very colorful, I should say.
Yeah, tonight's going to be at 12:15 on Happily Ever Yachty. They're doing the Loungefly pre-order pajama show.
Oh,
wow!
Because every month at midnight on the 1st, new Loungeflies go on pre-order. So we do a show with a small shop here called Central Florida Novelty and Gifts, and so they'll be on tonight.
Nice.
So, I mean, I'm curious because, like, I really went into this without really knowing very much, and you can kind of tell we're just kind of talking about the passes. I have no idea what the old passes were like versus the new passes. So you have a pass right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so when does your pass expire?
So that I actually just got it changed because Disney, because of the pandemic, they actually they were like, oh, we're being nice and we're extending it out.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, well, you thought it was.
And
the reason I'll explain why it wasn't nice here in a second. So my pass was originally set to expire in October. And I'm sure it's similar over there. You guys have a 60-day window to renew?
We have I don't know when you have to renew by the expiration date.
Yeah, but what's the earliest? When's the earliest you can renew?
Gosh, I've never looked into that. I don't know. I just know they start emailing you probably within 60 days of your pass.
So over here it's 60 days. Well, because of the pandemic, they gave us another month, and they moved it to November. So November 12th is what they moved my date to, and that put me just outside of the 60-day window. The 60-day window would have been September 12th. So I was able to get it changed to originally October 12th, which puts me within my renewal window now, so I can renew with the same pass I have. So I'm actually going to be doing that Sunday. And the main reason for that is because these new passes suck.
Yeah, so
that's it. Bottom line.
So you're able to keep your same benefits with your renewal.
Yeah, at least for one more year. Yeah.
For one more year, and then they're like, okay, after that.
Oh, then you have to change it to these new passes.
Yep, and then anyone who renews on or after September 8th. So you only have this last week. Anyone who can't renew this week has to renew to the new passes.
And that's one reason why Disneyland refunded everybody and took away all the passes, because they did not want to have to grandfather anybody into their old pass or any of their benefits. They wanted to, because we were grandfathered in on Photopass on our last pass, which normally didn't come with that pass, but we were grandfathered in with that because we renewed before it expired. Well, Disneyland didn't want anybody to be able to be grandfathered into anything, so they went ahead and just canceled all the passes, refunded the prorated amounts they owed people, so that way they can start fresh and make sure they get the correct amount of money for every pass that they're going to offer, And
I mean, for us, it's a substantial difference. Like, if I'm not mistaken, your top tier only went up, what, $100 or $50 or something like that?
But yeah, the top tier is almost the same, actually. I think the $13.99. I think it was right.
Because yours was your top tier is $13.49, right?
Our top tier right now is $13.99.
And before was like, what was it, $13.49 or was it $12.99?
It might have been $13.49. It was really close. Like, we had one that was $11.99, I think it was, and that was the second tier pass.
And that was great.
But that included parking, so that was like perfect for us because we don't really go during the 2 weeks of the only blackout times were the 2 weeks of Christmas.
And our grandfathered Photopass.
And we had grandfathered in the Photopass, but even if they offered an $11.99 pass with parking, that would be perfect for us.
Yeah.
And now, when we do get a Dream Key, well, we're gonna have to get the Dream Key because we're gonna have to get the $13.99 because parking is like $1,000.
I like this language you're talking. When we do it, when we have to get it, because last week I was not having it.
Well, I mean, just to give you an example, so I didn't have the Platinum Plus. I had the Platinum, so I had no blackout dates. I had Photopass included, parking included, which, as you mentioned earlier, all the passes have parking included. Because of how the West Coast has been for several years now with not having Photopass included, I was expecting them to not include that. What I wasn't expecting is how big of an increase in cost.
What was the difference in your price, in your cost?
So just to give you an example on the renewal prices. So we're not going to talk. So, with renewals, you get a discount, right?
Yeah.
So I was on the second tier, Platinum. My renewal is $764 for the year.
Oh, good.
Okay,
that's great.
So if we do the one that's equivalent, that's the top tier now, which doesn't include the water parks, which the top tier before did. Mine did not. And then if you add Photopass to give the same benefits, the renewal is $1,203.
But the regular price for that pass would be $12.99. But the renewal is
you'd be looking at $13.98.
Well, $13.98 when you add Photopass.
We don't know what the true cost is because they didn't say how much of a discount they're going to give us adding it to our AP. But if we just add the 99 as a renewal, $764 to $1,203, that's a massive jump.
Yeah, that's a huge. That's
a big jump.
I mean,
with less benefits.
That's almost 2 pounds.
With less benefits.
Yeah, that's
with the $1,203, that gives us the same benefits that I have now, which is no blackout dates, Photopass, parking, and the same discounts on food.
That's
So
almost like 2 passes for you guys, right?
yeah, that's insane.
Check it
Like
out.
it's literally pricing. We're literally on the verge of pricing us out.
Now, do you think they're going to see a drop in annual pass purchases on Walt Disney World, or is it going to be? Are they, because over here they keep raising the price and the people just keep going crazy for it, and they keep taking away benefits and people keep going crazy for it. Like, I'm shocked they kept parking on for you guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised the lower tiers didn't have or still had parking included as well, just because of what I've seen that they do for you guys. I'm also just really surprised on how different the East Coast and the West Coast operate. Like they're so different.
It's crazy, right? Because it's
well, we think of it as one company, but it's really two separate companies. Kind of there's Walt Disney World, like people. They have their president, vice president. They have everything over there. And then we have ours.
You would think it's the same thing,
Well, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Josh D'Amaro over Disneyland? I know he's over Walt Disney World, but if I'm not mistaken, he's over all Disney theme parks.
I think he's over all theme parks. But then there's still somebody. There's still I can't remember the guy who runs Disneyland, and I have no idea who runs Disney World. But
they're different. But
yeah, so it's like any other business, like any stores that have multiple brands to it. They have different VPs and different presidents.
Yeah,
and then there's still a CEO who runs everything. Like we saw Bob Chapek who runs everything, but it's just what's his last name? No, I always say it wrong.
No, you said it right. I said paycheck.
Oh, paycheck. Yeah, he's all about the money. So
I mean, it's one of those things where we knew it was going to increase. I was expecting maybe $100 increase. The sad part is, look at what's going, and I've been saying this since Disney reopened and started increasing prices. I've been telling people, stop buying the stuff. And they're like, no. And I'm like, what do you mean, no? You're telling Disney it's okay to give you more? I mean, charge you more for less. What's wrong with you? And then you got people way on the other spectrum that are like, oh, this is still cheap. And I'm like, do you not understand that these passes have over doubled in price in 5 years? Like that's your paycheck didn't double in 5 years.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, like, so Disney figured out, or at least I know in Disneyland they understand that the annual pass holders. We have a massive amount of annual pass holders over here versus Walt Disney World. Way more over here, I think, than in Florida. So they know there was a demand here, so they knew that they can always keep raising the price, and I think they realized a while back that the passes were underpriced compared to the demand. So as they raised the price, they kept figuring out, like, oh, we still sold as many passes. We raise it again.
These crazies are going to keep buying
going. So they're still pushing the boundary. I'm surprised that Walt Disney World jumped over, it looks like over 30% in prices for the pass. Usually it's like a 5 to maybe 10% increase, maybe 10% at the most, I would think, increase to test the waters. But maybe they had some insight that they just knew there's such a hunger for entertainment that they're like, let's jump it now, because you guys wait till next year. It's going to go up again.
Yeah. I mean, if we look at what Disney World has been doing since they opened, they have been jumping prices by 30% on a bunch of things. So and I'm talking about merch here. So there's Wishables, for example. Wishables were $9.99, right? And I would get them because they were fun to open. You didn't know which one you were getting when you opened them. Those went from $9.99 to $12.99. As soon as it went to $12.99, I was like, well, I'm not buying those anymore. That's ridiculous. Pins have gone up 20%. So they went from $17.99 to $19.99 for limited edition pins. About $2 across the board on everything. Everything else is probably 10 to 20%. I mean, you got Spirit jerseys, I think, are up $10. I see $74.99. I don't remember what they were before. Maybe they were $60.
But it's 60s.
Well, they started off at $60, I think, and then they jumped to $69.99, and now I think they're at $74.99. So they keep these, but people don't realize, like the pins, or like Juan was saying, the Nuddles, the chocolate candies went from $9.99 to $11.99 or $11.49. that little jump. But imagine how many bags of those they sell, and then that's just one style of candy.
Right.
You take all their merchandise across the board and you jump it up 5%.
Yeah. So you're telling me
increase in profit.
And then the other thing that they added into the annual pass, they added a clause for the first time ever that said annual pass sales may be limited and they may stop selling them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, and that's the first for us. We've never seen that before.
Now, do you think they actually would limit them, or do you think they're putting that in there and then it's creating this hype that people are like, oh, I better get it now so it doesn't sell out?
So I think it's two things. One, I think it's that so people don't wait, so it gives them cash influx immediately. Two, I think that they're just putting that out there to give them an out, so that people can't complain later and they can be like, well, we told you guys a year ago we may stop selling them. I think they just put it, as a way to create that sense of urgency. Other companies like Nintendo and stuff like that, Disney's real good at creating demand. And then they're looking at data from during the pandemic, and people started traveling again, and people literally were like, I need to get somewhere and I need to go do something. And so they literally started paying whatever, right? But the water parks, our Platinum Plus option here used to include water parks and the golf, as well as ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Wait, golf? You could play golf?
Yeah, there was a 9-hole walking golf course that you could go do golf.
Not the big golf courses.
No, it was their Oak Trail. But we enjoyed the Oak Trail because my son and I would go play foot golf there.
Okay.
So that's fun if you guys have ever played foot golf. But the $99 a year option for the water park and sports option, I'm going to read you the fine print and you tell me your interpretation of it. So it says, for the duration of your annual pass, adding the water park and sports option gives you one admission to select Walt Disney World experiences, including Blizzard Beach, Oak Trail Golf Course, foot golf at Oak Trail, Fantasia Gardens mini golf, Winter Summerland mini golf, Typhoon Lagoon, and ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Did you say one?
It says, for the duration of your annual pass, this gives you one admission to select Walt Disney World experiences.
So it only lets you go to each one time.
That's how I interpret it. I've been told recently that I'm wrong. I put out a tweet and tagged Walt Disney World and Disney Parks asking them for clarification and posted that picture because that's the fine print. That fine print tells me I get to go to those 7 things one time for the year for $100.
And maybe not even all of them, just maybe select ones. So it's like, do you only get to go to one water park once and then one sporting event thing once? It's kind of vague when it says it doesn't tell you exactly which one you can do. I'm assuming that it's going to be each one time. But I mean, the way the verbiage is, it sounds like it's one time each one. I don't think anybody's planning on going to 2 water parks in one day, So I don't.
No, but is it? It doesn't say per day either. So do you just get for that year? Do you only get to go to that water park each of those things one time in that year? Like that's how I read it. I was told recently that I'm wrong, which I'll be honest, if you price out each water park, so 2 water parks, 2 mini golf courses, the foot golf and ESPN Wide World of Sports, as well as a round of 9 holes, if it was $99 and you do one admission to each of those, there's a great value there, but it's still, you're losing so much more because on the other one, you had unlimited admission to both water parks, Wide World of Sports, and the Oak Trail Golf Course.
Yeah.
For your pass. So I don't know. I mean, I'm waiting to get more clarification from them because that definitely sounds shady.
Yeah, that's
not very clear.
Right.
That's interesting. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's very vague, and I think they probably left it vague on purpose. Usually when Disney leaves something vague like that, they're doing that on purpose because they're not sure what the demand's going to be.
And because it's an add-on. You know what I mean? Like an add-on, you just think you're paying $100 to do all this included in the annual pass, you know, the
Yeah.
being able to do things more than once.
I mean,
So-
with the Photopass, they're very clear. You get Photopass for 1 year. I
Yeah.
mean,
So basically, the feeling of most Walt Disney Worldians are not very happy with this new annual pass system.
you have, I would say it's probably 70-30, 70 not happy, 30 happy, because you have so many people that don't have it that want to get it. So they're like, hey, I can get it now. Because I talked to someone recently and they were like, man, I'm surprised it's still so cheap. It should be like $5,000. I'm like, I said, stop drinking the Disney Kool-Aid. Like, no.
$5,000. Like how many times? If it was $5,000, you would be better off buying a single day admission every day that you go, because it would just still be cheaper than $5,000. Like,
Well, it depends on who you are and what you do, because I know people that live they live as close as you guys do to Disneyland, to Disney World, and they literally go every day.
yeah. So that person is like, I mean, even the average person is probably not going once a week. I mean, the average annual pass holder over there, and minus, you know, the vloggers and everybody who goes all the time. And then there's fanatics that are going to go a lot too. But I think the average person is going to go maybe once or twice a month. I mean, they have work, they have a life. You know, we know people who would go every week. We know people who might go twice a week, but those are special circumstances. I know a lot of people at my work who have passes who might go, if they're lucky, once a month, and they have a pass. So when they do that, I mean, their visit is starting to get closer to a same day, a price of a single day ticket.
For me, I kind of took this as a slap in the face, because during the pandemic, once they opened, you know, Walt Disney World is a lot different, as you mentioned earlier, than Disneyland. You know, Disneyland's a locals park, so they're used to having their annual pass holders be the ones that are always in the park.
Yes.
Walt Disney World, up until last year, is a world destination where people come from all over the world, and annual pass holders are a fraction. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, but I would assume that it's probably less than half of the attendance for the year, right?
Oh yeah.
But during this last year, we've been the ones making up all the attendance.
Yeah.
You know, we've helped, you know, us going there and buying all the food, all the merch, you know, we've been helping Disney stay afloat on the East Coast, and then they turn around and, hey guys, yeah, we appreciate you not much. Here's a $500 increase.
Yeah, that's well, and then again, they see how many times you guys are going, and so then they're like, we could probably get more out of them. You know,
I mean,
it's
yeah, we go a ton. I mean, even before we started YouTube, we were one of those people that went probably 4 or 5 times a week, and I live 45 minutes away.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do that.
I mean, because for us, Disney. So I love Disney, and I appreciate Walt for what he created, because in my opinion, he's done more for mental health than psychologists and psychiatrists. Like we use, and the reason we'll continue paying for the passes is because we use Disney World as a stress relief. We go there, and there's times where I'll have a rough day at work. I'll jump on the highway and go straight to Disney and not come home, and just go sit in Hollywood Studios and be in the ambiance of Hollywood Studios, or go sit by the partner statue in Magic Kingdom and just relax and listen to the music, you know?
Yeah, I've talked about that before, where you going just to de-stress. You know, you go and you know, you might have a rough day or whatever it is, but as soon as you get into the park, you walk under the bridge over here and you get into the music and the smells, it's kind of like that weight just starts falling off, and you can just breathe for a moment and people watch and de-stress, you know, and then you come back, you know, you go at it again.
And so do you find, I know Walt Disney World, it seems like you guys don't have issues making reservations or even same day reservations?
Recently there's been no issues. There's only been 2 times in the last year that I wanted to go that I wasn't able to. We also found little tricks and tips on how to get reservations, because people would cancel them, so you'd be able to snag them. So it really hasn't been a problem. Now that they're going to increase us up. This is the other thing I found funny. Your top tier gives you 6 reservations.
Yeah.
Our top tier only gives us 5.
Yeah.
Why is there a difference in that? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
No, and I know on your old passes though, you were only allowed to make 3, right?
Yeah, and it was a struggle. I mean, for the last year for us, it's been real hard because as soon as we were able to book October 1st, I booked it. I was one of the first people to book Magic Kingdom on October 1st. So for the last year, I've only been working with 2 reservations.
Yeah. Wow. And then, so it's like, that's a worry for me too, because once the Magic Keys were selling over here, the first weekend sold out for, I believe that's what I heard, is the first weekend you could not, like right now, well, right before this last weekend that just passed, it sold out. So there was no reservations available. And then I'm hearing that the next weekend, which is a holiday weekend, Labor Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday are sold out for our annual pass holders, for key holders over here. So if I wanted to today go make a reservation as a key holder, I would not be able to for this weekend.
Right.
And that's what I worried about. Now I don't know how. I mean, I know there's a hype right now because they just released the annual passes over here, so there's this big hype. But I worry during the holiday time because for us, because
we're very spontaneous,
and we cater towards locals too because we have a lot of overlays for Halloween.
Right.
We have a lot of overlays for Christmas, so they do a lot of things that they don't do in the Magic Kingdom because they need to cater to the locals.
Right.
But that's when we get really busy in the park. So I'm curious to see what reservations are going to be available or what the availability of reservations are going to be like when it gets into busier seasons. And then you have the Dream Key and they say, well, now you can go during the Christmas time. Well, but are there going to be enough reservations for everybody to be able to do that? Or do you have to plan so far in advance? Like, do I have to book Christmas now? Well, it's 60 days out,
Right.
I think it is. So I can't even book yet. But
hi, Kiko.
But I think, like, let's say I want to go later. I decided something freed up on my schedule later in the week and it's Christmas week. Will I be able to go or will I not be able to go?
How far in advance can you book a reservation?
I think is it 90? Someone, Carla, tell me, is it 90 days or is it 60 days? I want to say it's 90 days, but I could be wrong. And I know it's one of those 2 numbers.
Hi, Kiko.
Over here, it's like a year.
No, it's under 90 days for sure over here, I believe. Unless I'm completely wrong. Somebody's going to tell us in the chat though, because
it's like over here, it's literally like a year because I booked October 1st.
Yeah.
In September, October, or November. Actually, I booked it in like November of last year.
So it's 90 days over here. But the problem is, like, I can barely plan my life a week from now. So how am I going to plan out? I have no idea when I'm going to be available in December. I can kind of get an estimate, but things in my world change very quickly. So I have no idea,
Yeah.
And, I might know a month in advance some of the things, but things really do change in my world. So what I liked about the old passes without reservation, because we didn't have to make reservations, was that spontaneity that we were able to have by being able to just, and that's where the de-stressor, like, oh, let's get off of work and you know what, let's just go to Disneyland for a few hours.
And it really sucks for me because I pass Disneyland every day on my way to and from work now. And so it really sucks because I found some Disney lovers at work and they're like, oh, we should do a Disney date. Like, we could have totally got off of work like at 5 o'clock and went to Disneyland and then just went home, with like nothing. But I can't do that now.
And now you're and maybe there still are some on the weekdays, same day reservations, but like somebody said earlier, I think it was now Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are all booked up, as I think what somebody said earlier. Yeah, it's sold out on this Friday and Saturday and Sunday, so the weekend's gone already. Now, I don't know if Carl and Kiko were able to get any reservations for this weekend or not, but I know it's sold out. So,
and I was telling Josh, like, we would have to get the $13.99 one for that reason, because he's not always available on weekends, and I'm only available on weekends unless I go after work.
Yeah.
So we would have to get that $13.99, and I already told Josh I won't go to Disneyland for the first time since the pandemic without him, but I could easily just jump in my car on my way home from work and go to Disneyland by myself like I've done in the past.
And so, like, we're going to Disneyland on the 11th, September 11th. We have some cast member tickets that we're using with our daughter who was a cast member. And so we're able to go on that day. And then we'll see how that reignites the magic in us, and when we decide to buy our dream keys for the park, because right now it's Halloween season for us, and so
yeah, you guys are busy.
I mean, just this morning I was at Six Flags Magic Mountain for 2 hours, which is an hour and a half drive away. I went filmed for an hour and a half and then drove another hour and a half home. So, but it's like every day is booked with Halloween stuff, especially once September 9th hits, all the events start opening up. It's like every day off I have, even days we're working, we're doing all these events. But we're doing Oogie Boogie Bash too. But then it's like for Walt Disney World, I always forget, and even over here now too, you have to make reservations for like restaurants in advance. You have to do all these things where before we just show up and kind of go. And we didn't even realize how we needed to make reservations for these restaurants in Walt Disney World until Carl and Kika were talking about like, oh, we made a reservation here. And they're like, well, I got to make reservations for all these restaurants already. Like it was like 60 days away.
I just wanted to go and eat, like walk around.
Yeah.
And it looks good and eat that.
There's too many people. Unfortunately, I wish one of the things that I was hoping for that we didn't get, since they're bringing all these changes with Genie Plus and everything like that, which now that they hit us with this bombshell of these horrible passes, no one's talking about the Genie Plus crap anymore.
Right? You just skipped right over that. They did that on purpose.
I know. But what I was hoping for is everything goes same day reservation, right? So your lightning lane, your restaurant reservations, everyone's on the same level playing field and can get it when you're there. Because even as a local, it's, except for this time right now where it's slow, it's been super hard to get into certain restaurants. I mean, I think it was Juan, he said he wanted the bread service at Sanaa. Sanaa's my favorite restaurant, and it's one of the hardest reservations to get.
I don't think we were able to get a reservation for their Sanaa. No, we have reservations for Tony's Town Square Dinner.
Okay.
In the Magic Kingdom, we have San Angel, is it Angel or Angel in Epcot.
In Epcot.
And I don't know how that's going to work because we're doing drinking around the world that day. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to eat there and still drink around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you might just cancel and just eat around the world too.
Because I kind of want to eat around the world.
I'm also going to tell you this straight up. Don't go there expecting the same kind of food you can get out of your front door over there in California.
That's what we heard.
Because when you go to a nice sit-down restaurant out here, the food is like gourmet delicious, you know?
Yeah.
And then,
that place is not gourmet delicious.
So I'm like wondering, like, I know, yeah, you go and there's a little boat ride that goes through there and stuff, but it's not like Pirates of the Caribbean, Blue Bayou. You know, Blue Bayou food is gourmet delicious right now. And then, it's nothing.
It's a nice ambiance. It's a great ambiance, but it's definitely. I'd rather have my great grandmother's cooking.
That makes me sad, BP.
And then I
like eating.
And then I have no idea what the Crystal Palace lunch is in the Magic Kingdom.
The Crystal Palace, I heard maybe switching back to buffet by that time, but right now it's prime rib, fried chicken. I forget what else it was. It was pretty good.
So yeah, I mean, that's kind of like we have a River Belle Terrace, which has like ribs and stuff like that, or we have the Plaza Inn, which has the really good fried chicken and stuff. And then Tony's Town Square, is that Italian? Tony's?
Italian, yeah.
Italian.
It's the Carla Kiko.
Okay. Yeah. Monkeys. So those are, I think those. Oh, and then we have. I'm looking at your face as I say them to see if they're going to be good or worth it or not. We have Homecoming Lunch, The Landing. That's in Disney Springs.
Homecoming is my. If I'm gonna go choose a place to eat and I can go anywhere, I'm either going to Sanaa or Homecoming. Like we love Homecoming.
Okay.
It's fantastic. We get the fried chicken there. My wife loves the mac and cheese there.
You just said that with the twang. Fried chicken there.
Yeah. Okay.
They marinate their chicken 24 hours before they batter it and fry it.
Ooh.
And then Jelly Rolls is still closed, right?
Jelly Rolls? I've never even heard of that.
Well, that's one. One has showed me. He says Jelly Rolls temporary unavailable. That's on Disney's Boardwalk. I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. I'm not a frequenter of the boardwalk. One place that if you guys can get into that I think it would be fun is Beach and Cream. That's at the Yacht and Beach Club Resort. You guys should order the kitchen sink. It's a fun presentation. They bring a bowl out that's like shaped like a kitchen sink. It has like, I don't know, 8 scoops of ice cream at every topping that they have in the place and a whole can of whipped cream.
Oh my God, I love it. I
Yeah.
love ice cream.
Yeah, Juan and Carla, I think we're gonna have to cancel the one in Epcot because the drinking around the world. I kind of want to eat around the world as we drink around the world. I know that's our second day in Epcot, and
Yeah, because
I don't know
food
how
and wine's still going on.
yeah, so that's so I think as we eat, we want to do the food and wine as we go around the world.
Yeah.
Food and wine, you're going to spend a lot more, but it's a lot better food than what you would get there. I would say canceling that would be a good recommendation.
Yeah, and I like the food and wine type events because I like the different unique foods that they usually have, especially since it's going to be World Showcase. I think it's like you really are going to have foods from around the world,
And
which
that's our
are
thing.
great.
We
That's
love
our
trying.
jam. That's our jam.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
different weird
Brian,
food
for sure.
with
Brian,
the beer.
on a hot day, we'll go to Germany and drink the Schaffenhofer.
So just so you know, I mean, you're in Walt Disney World. So we're on Tuesday. It's October. Oh gosh, what is that date?
VP Tuesdays are for drinking.
Yeah, so yeah, it just happens that Tuesday we're doing drinking around the world. Gosh, we might be doing a live stream from Epcot.
That would be
drinking
fun.
around the world.
That would be
I love
fun.
I love how that works out. So because Tuesday I'm off, so we'll definitely be there with you.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
that's the 19th. The 19th we are going to be there, and then the 20th we're going to be at Disney Springs. But the Epcot drinking around the world. I mean, we're first starting off in Walt Disney World on Thursday the 14th, and then we do Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom on Sunday. Back to Magic Kingdom. I always say Walt Disney World, but it's Magic Kingdom on Monday, and then Tuesday we're doing a second day in Epcot because we really want to do the first day is more for the rides and that type of stuff, and then the second day is more for World Showcase with more of the food and we are doing the drinking around the world, which is 13 drinks, right? And so which shouldn't be a problem after our last Tuesday night live stream. We did 13 shots. It was crazy, but I know those
don't you have to make some up today?
Thank you, Joe Ross.
Look at this. Joe, I mean, we start talking about drinking around the world, and Joe just goes and jumps in and says, "Okay."
I told Josh it's kind of scary. We had 13 shots, and neither one of us was hungover.
And I think because it's this American honey is just super delicious.
Honey.
Amy, are you from the East Coast, or you've just been to Tempeh-Edo in Epcot?
Are we talking to Amy
Yes,
B?
She's just been there.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I ask is because Kobe's, which is not in the parks, Kobe's is a much better hibachi place than Tempeh-Edo. So it's worth driving. It's worth driving off property a little bit for getting an Uber and going and getting Kobe's.
Yeah, so we're excited to go there. We're excited to experience. How's the weather going to be in mid-October over there?
It's still going to be warm.
Yeah,
it's not going to be as it's not going to be as blistering hot as it is right now, but it's still going to be hot.
So is it in the 80s there?
It'll probably be high 80s.
Okay, and with that humidity, oh, you're done, Becky. You're done.
It'll still feel like it's in the 90s.
Yeah.
What's really cool to me is that so many of the SoCalers are going.
Yeah.
And it's just going to feel like home because so many of the SoCalers are going.
It's really cool that all of you are coming over here in October like that, because then in November, everybody from our East Coast Walt Disney World YouTube community, they're all coming down in November.
Oh, right. Nice.
Yeah.
And then Carla Kigo said, rain? Is there rain in October?
Really? People going
I mean,
it's Florida.
Yeah,
Carla, is there about 24 of us going?
it's what I would tell you guys about rain here in Florida. It's not like other places. Like I don't know what it's like for you guys, but here, you can get a downpour and then in 15-30 minutes it's gone.
Yeah.
So I always carry flip flops and a poncho in my bag, and as soon as I feel the rain come or see it coming, I take my sneakers off and my socks. I throw them in the bag, throw my flip flops on, throw the poncho on, and keep on rolling.
Oh my God, that is
And
so
then-
smart.
Yeah, don't let the rain ruin your time. Play in the rain and have fun. You know.
Carrie,
Yeah.
Michael, we still have all those ponchos that we bought when we went to Wyoming.
Yeah.
So I'll
The
just take
lagoon
them.
ponchos.
Yeah, I'll take them.
I don't care if it's a Walt Disney World poncho or a lagoon poncho.
Yeah, we have
I'll
the
just take a
lagoon
poncho.
ponchos.
But yeah, so that's gonna be fun. And then I'm trying to roll deep on Tuesday, drinking around the world. I'm trying to get I think the most of the West Coasters are gonna be all in Epcot.
Carla said 23.
There's 23 of us coming in Epcot for drinking around the world.
When we say us, we mean the South Coasters.
Yeah, and the West Coasters.
West Coasters.
And then I don't know how many East Coasters are planning on being there that day, but man, imagine if we can get like 40 or 50 people as a group. That would be chaos, I think.
Unless Gonzo's schedule change, Gonzo will be there. I'll be there. My wife will be there, so it'll be a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a blast over there, and everyone's just excited to hang out over there and to be over there. So I mean, it's gonna be fun.
I mean, we have fun here when we're all together. Like when we closed Knott's down and we just sat in the.
We just sat at the hotel and
the lobby, and we were just all talking till 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't expect to be up till 2 a.m. because
no, definitely not.
6 days in a row of Walt Disney World parks.
No se puede.
And then Disney Springs,
No
and then
se
2
puede.
days of Universal. I think I'm gonna be beyond exhausted.
Oh, no doubt, you're gonna be done for.
There might be a few days where I say, let's just sleep in a little bit. We'll go into the park a little bit later.
It's gonna feel like leg day.
You're probably gonna do that every other day.
Yeah, because I'm definitely thinking by the 4th day for sure. When we go to Magic Kingdom for the second time, I'll be like, let's just go in a little bit later, or even like Animal Kingdom's not a full day park, right? Like you can probably do it in half a day.
It all depends on the wait times, and I suspect because it's the beginning, you guys are coming right at the beginning of the 50th celebration. I suspect that the parks are going to be pretty close to capacity. And so I think, it's all going to be dependent upon wait times because, and if you guys Lightning Lane, right? Because the Flight of Passage ride, that's known to be 3, 4, 5 hour wait times in the past.
Did we get those? You said we were getting those.
Yeah,
right?
the Flight of Passage is a ride.
Oh no, I mean the
Genie Plus, but we're gonna get Genie Plus every day we go. But I don't know what rides are included and not included on that. And then we're probably the only ones that we know are not included are Rise of the Resistance and the Mine Train at Magic Kingdom. They haven't announced any other rides yet. There are not included in Genie Plus, but they said there are more. Yeah, so I know we'll be paying for the Mine Train extra pass because we haven't ridden that. We will not be paying for the extra pass for Rise of the Resistance because it's a clone of what we have over here. Yeah. We've been on it many times. So
not only that, yours runs way better than ours. Ours breaks down now. Now ours breaks down like every day.
Yeah. So I think Galaxy's Edge for us is not a must do when it comes to Hollywood Studios. For us, the must do is Toy Story Land, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and the other stuff. Actually, your Tower of Terror for sure, 100% is a must for us. But we've already committed to buying. Now I wonder, when do they start selling the Genie Plus? Is that September 8th also, I think, or September 6th or something like that?
They didn't, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't give us a date.
So hopefully, whenever they start selling it, we're going to pre-buy for every single day. We're going to buy Genie Plus that we're in the parks, except for probably the Tuesday that we do Drinking Around the World. We probably won't do a Genie Plus that day because I don't know how long does it take to do a Drinking Around the World. Now, I'm not saying we're going fast paced.
We don't want to go fast because we don't want to get wasted. We want to enjoy our day and have
it's going to take probably 6 to 8 hours.
So pretty much the whole day.
Because we want to
So-
pace ourselves. We don't want to just
Because you also want to, if your goal that day is to drink around the world, what I recommend is really looking at each pavilion, because each pavilion has so many little things to it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Take your time and look at the different things, because it's very cool. I mean, we've definitely spent hours and hours. There's things that I haven't seen at each pavilion yet still, but
Yeah.
it's awesome.
And I figure even the first day we go to Epcot with the rides, there's still time to go through the World Showcase a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Because
especially if we have the Genie Plus.
Yeah, because Epcot right now doesn't have a whole bunch of rides. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna have Soarin', you have hopefully Living with the Land will be open again, which is a cool little
I love the boat ride, right?
boat ride.
I've been on that before.
You have Figment, which I know all my Figment lovers are gonna hate me, but I skipped that ride. Then you have Soarin'. I think I already said Soarin'. Then you have Test Track. If you guys like to feel G-forces, you can go on Mission to Mars.
Yeah.
And then you have Frozen and Ratatouille. Other than that, I think that covers all the rides.
Yeah. So I think we'll be able to do that. And then, now I wonder, will Ratatouille be a pay per, will that be included in Genie Plus? Or are they going to make that a individual ticket?
Well, they've already said that it's going to be a virtual queue, just like Rise. So I would assume, since it's a virtual queue, they're not going to have a lightning lane. I think they're going to be
just straight virtual. Okay.
Yeah. Which if you get a boarding pass for it on the virtual queue, you don't need a lightning lane. You know what I mean?
So basically they're going to do the same thing where you get it there bright early and got to get it. Now, are they doing like over here? They're now doing 2 times. They're doing virtual queue releases. They do it at opening and then at like 1 o'clock or something like that, or noon.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing here.
Okay, that's good.
But to give you an example, our parks recently have been so dead. I got to Hollywood Studios the other day at 3 o'clock after work, and I got a boarding pass.
Okay. Yeah, that's the same thing over here right now. You can get boarding passes for Web Slingers and Rise of the Resistance like throughout the day, because it's just the parks have been pretty empty. Now that might change on the weekends now with all the annual pass holders or key carrier. I got to call them key carriers now, But I'm just gonna call them annual pass holders. But
7 a.m. and noon. Yeah, over here it's 7 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Because that's a ride I really want to ride is Ratatouille. I've seen the one in Florida, and in Paris, and I think that I love the concept and the design. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
I wasn't paying attention. I was BSing with Brian.
We just had like a 10-minute conversation on Ratatouille and how to get on it and where to get the boarding passes and all this stuff. And then she's like, I want to go on Ratatouille.
Me and Brian were talking about fighting Mickey and Minnie.
I'll be going. I have our annual pass preview on the 12th for that.
Nice. See, and that's something I miss over here too, is they've kind of taken away any type of annual pass previews for us. Now they're doing now they've been doing more of a paid event preview
and that
for
last
everybody.
button they tried to give us for the food event was horrible.
Yeah.
They gave us an ugly ass button. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. It was like this is a horrible button.
Yeah.
So bad.
But we'll see. I mean, I think for us who's going to Walt Disney World like one time, we probably won't be back for many years. I think it's worth it for us to buy the Genie Plus just to make sure we can get on as many rides as possible that we want to. Like there's some rides I don't care about. It's a Small World over there, but I do care about the Big Thunder, and I do care about Space Mountain because it's different. It's different from what we have, even though it's named the same. It's still different. And then there's obviously.
I found that funny that our Space Mountain is, if I'm not mistaken from watching the show, over twice the size of yours.
You're breaking up. It's twice the size, right? You said?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's over twice the size. Yeah. Yeah,
because you guys have 2 tracks and we have 1. And your Space Mountain was based off of our Matterhorn design with the cars, and ours is a different where it's a dual seater, kind of like our Splash Mountain is a single row, and then your Splash Mountain is a dual row. 2 people sit in each row. So those differences. But you guys have the original Space Mountain.
Yeah, it's funny how that works.
Hi,
like
Missy.
that.
Hello.
Hi, beautiful.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Nice
So,
to see
yeah.
you.
Good to see you too.
I've always found it funny how both of our rides are opposite, right? You get the single rider and Splash, we get the double. You get the double on Space, we get the single.
Yeah,
which I don't ride that ride anymore unless I'm in the front seat because it's like because it's like getting a chiropractor adjustment and it doesn't feel good.
Well, because it's like our Matterhorn.
I hate the Matterhorn. It is so rickety over here.
Well, and that's what their Space Mountain is based off of. Our Matterhorn has 2 tracks too. It's exactly the same, kind of like Space Mountain, where each one goes on the different sides. They do kind of cross over. I don't know if your Space Mountain crosses over at all, but our Matterhorn does cross paths and go left to right, and then kind of go side by side a little bit of the way, but still the same similar concept as you guys is Space Mountain. And the one thing that I think is going to be a shock for Becky is how large the parks are compared to us and how much the walking distance is from place to place versus our Disneyland.
I'm going to have to take my my inhaler and my little box, all my asthma stuff. I
mean, you laugh, but you want to be prepared.
That's what I'm saying. I'll take my little asthma thing.
Yeah. I mean, we got our fans.
Carla was asking about how they are with reservations and guests showing up with an extra person. So I've never done that. I've only shown up if we have the reservation, except the other day when I was all ready to go into the park and it messed up. I say it messed up, but it was really me not even having a reservation for the day. But fortunately, like I said, it's been dead, so they let us in because we got a reservation. But I've never walked up with an extra person. I know that they are very strict. I've seen them turn people away. So I don't know if that was because none of them had it or if it was just one. I don't know.
Or maybe people taking advantage.
They've already pre-planned out, like, okay, this is a table of 4, so this is the table that they're going to be sitting at. There's a table. If you have a table of 5, well, 5 don't fit at the table of 4, so we don't have a table of 5 available. So
actually, is that what she was referring to as far as dinner reservations or park reservations?
No, I think restaurant reservations.
So restaurant reservations, you do mobile check-in.
Hi, Carla and Kiko.
And then you can add one other person to it. That's not a problem.
Okay, but probably not like if you have a reservation for like 6, you probably can't add 3 people.
It all depends on park capacity.
Yeah, because we've done that before.
Yeah, I mean, we literally have walked up with a reservation for 2, and there ended up being 12 of us, and because they had it wasn't so packed, and this was also, they were like, yeah, go ahead, come on, but I've also had it where I messed up my reservation. I got a reservation at 4:30. I meant to change it for 6:30.
Oh yeah, that was at Tony's.
No, Liberty Tree.
Oh, Liberty. Tony's accommodated us as well.
Yeah, Tony's they have a reservation for Tony's.
Yeah.
And it all depends on the cast member. Some cast members really like giving you the magic. Other cast members, they're just there for the job. So some of them, it all depends on the person. So like I had a girl, she was helping me. I said, hey, look, I messed up. I had this reservation for 4:30. I meant to change it to 6:30 because we're not ready to come now. Is there any way we can move it? And she was like, well, let me ask. She asked the coordinator, and the coordinator was like, if they can't do it in the app, we can't help them. And I guess the lady helping me didn't appreciate like the tone and the way she said that. Yeah. So she tells the cast member, she goes, I'm just gonna check with Evelyn, or I forget the lady's name. But she goes, I'm just gonna check with her. And so she was the manager. She came over, I explained to her what happened. And she was like, yeah, come back at 6:30. You might have to wait a little bit, but I got you.
Nice. And Kenny from Alpha Traveler wants to join us. Kenny will probably be joining us out there at Walt Disney World in different days. I'm hoping he's there on Tuesday for Drinking Around the World also. But Kenny's now a
I'm gonna
Florida
do-
resident.
No, you're there. That they already told
I'm
them.
gonna skip that day.
I already told them.
You
that.
don't have to drink, Arlene.
We need someone to hold the camera. No, I'm just kidding.
Trust me,
okay.
she can't. She drank a glass of wine
No,
one
I
day.
can only
and-
drink one drink there,
Yeah.
and that's my favorite drink. That's the violet sake
Yeah, in Japan.
Oh.
in Japan. It's so
Nice.
good.
But if she has this wine that she got in Mexico,
Yeah.
I don't know what it does to her, but it literally makes
No,
her.
it's not the wine.
I thought it was the wine.
No.
Hey, King B.
It
It was the margarita. Oh.
Yeah, it was really strong, so I couldn't handle
And
it.
she started literally. You could see
Yeah.
sweat just literally
You
rolling.
probably
down
had
her
an
face.
allergic reaction. That happened to me with the hot sauce. I was just sharing the story the other day where I started profusely sweating out of my pores, my arms, my leg. I was just
Oh my
sweating.
gosh.
Oh,
It was
that,
bad.
that sounds like her that day.
Oh yeah, I was like dripping sweat, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What is wrong with
It
you?"
was
I'm like,
probably
"I
an
don't know."
allergic reaction. Yeah. No,
Oh,
we don't
wow.
want that to happen to you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No.
So for somebody from out of town going to Magic Kingdom for once in a great while, right? We're going to Magic Kingdom. What is the first attraction we should go to?
That's a good question.
That is.
I would say
We normally head to the back to do.
and he's looking forward to it. So I was just gonna say
Yeah.
I would go to Big Thunder.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the first.
So
place to
most
go to.
people when they go into Magic Kingdom, most people go through Adventureland and they go do Jungle Cruise and Pirates,
Yeah.
and then they circle around that way. There's a few people who go to the right and they go do Space Mountain and Buzz Lightyear and all that. I don't do any of that. I kind of go up to the partner statue and through the left and all the way to the back of Big Thunder and Splash Mountain. And then I come back to like Haunted Mansion and Peter. She loves Peter Pan, so we do Peter Pan.
Is your Peter Pan the same as ours, or is it different?
I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Peter Pan's looks
Pretty
different.
short. Ours is pretty short.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's
then
super
ours
short.
Ours
Yeah.
is short too.
It's definitely if it's more than a 25-minute wait, I don't go on it.
Yeah,
Because
our line gets
now-
really long for Peter Pan.
So how many? Because we're gonna get the Genie Plus, and you guys had a form of Fast Pass before. How many what rides do not have Fast Pass at Magic Kingdom?
They all do.
Yeah,
They all do. So it's not like over here. Only some rides have Fast Pass. Not a lot of them do.
Yeah, no. Every ride over here has Fast Pass.
So definitely much. Isn't that weird? Their Genie Plus is going to be $5 less than Disneyland's Genie Plus, but more rides are available in that.
Well, we don't know that because they have said. Remember, we don't know which ones they're not going to include
Oh yeah, that's right. They only mentioned a couple.
because they're not. And that was my other gripe with Genie Plus is that. Okay, I understand you're making us pay for Genie Plus, but now you're not even giving us all the rides that we're used to because we used to get fast passes for everything, and now we can't.
Yeah.
Because when we go, because we're planning a family trip, probably 2023 to go out to California.
Yeah.
We're paying for Genie Plus because we're only going to be in each park one day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
You know.
Yeah, and I always tell people you should do 2 days in Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. You can do in 1 day, no
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
But I always say, even though Disneyland's small,
I was thinking.
I think
3
there's
days.
so many shows and different. Well, right now there's not as many shows
Yeah,
and
if you
stuff.
don't, if
But
you don't want to just like have to run through the whole park and hit every ride and be dead tired, I'd definitely say 2 days because you'll get to enjoy your time there instead of just hustle through it.
you could do it in 1 day, but
We've done it.
I think it's more pleasurable to do it in 2.
pleasant.
Pleasant. I
Because we've taken people and they have 1 day and we're like, okay, what do you guys want to do? They tell us, and then we just hit it hard. We
But
get
it's
to
go,
everything
go,
they
go.
want, but then they're dead.
Yeah.
And they haven't really got to sit and relax and enjoy anything.
No, there is no relaxation. We go from this ride to this ride. We go to the Fast Pass. Well, back in the day, we'd go to the Fast Pass kiosk, get that Fast Pass, and while we're waiting for that Fast Pass, get on this ride and this ride, then the Fast Pass.
Yep.
Then go. So
We've
it's like
done
all
that.
planned out, but it was
We've
just like
done that with friends, and they're like,
Yeah.
We're like,
exactly.
Yeah.
you
But
wanted to do this.
here, you do get time to rest depending on the attraction. Like Amy earlier said, don't forget People Mover and Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, I'm
So
doing People Mover for sure.
We use both of those as an interim to give your feet a break.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what we use the train to do that, and I'll even do like It's a Small World or Pirates of the Caribbean to do that too, because those are
I
longer
will
attractions.
flip and sit in the Abraham Lincoln thing just to sit and get the air conditioner.
Yeah, the Hall of Presidents.
Speaking of that, in Epcot, the American Pavilion has a show there that's like 30 minutes long. You can take a nap and get cool AC.
and the American Pavilion is halfway around the World Showcase.
Yes.
There you go.
That's your little 30-minute break right there. The show is it's okay. It's not.
But just to take a break. Yeah.
My problem is once I get into a nice comfy chair, I just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's you take that power nap and then you're good to go.
Yep.
Juan mentioned going to Mine Train first.
Oh yeah.
Mine Train, even if you're there first, that thing's automatically like an hour wait.
It is.
You said you're going to buy the Lightning Lane, so just do that and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
The Laugh Floor, that's a cute little thing to go and experience.
Yeah, that was fun. We hadn't done that one in a long time, and we went last Saturday?
Yeah, last week.
Last week, and it was pretty funny. It was cool.
Yeah.
They kind of pick on one guy out of the crowd.
It's usually
And-
this guy. They always pick
Because the light shines off my head so they can see me.
They always pick on Josh.
Yeah.
I'll be wearing a big hat. They won't find me.
He got his hat to match you guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah.
Is that the one you wore in Vegas?
Yeah. Yeah. I wore it with this shirt actually.
No te
So-
cambias.
No, what?
You don't change.
No, I've been wearing this every day since Vegas. No, but
Man, we were not ready for that heat.
oh,
Not
you
to-
guys went
not to
Oh,
derail
yeah.
your show, but we were not ready for that heat.
It is dry heat too. Was it humid or dry?
No,
It was dry.
it was dry, but like over here, when you get a breeze, the breeze cools you off.
There's no breeze.
Yeah.
Over there, we had a breeze the whole time, but the breeze felt like somebody was standing with a full-size blow dryer on high. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah,
don't
just
even
put hot air.
you don't even sweat because it evaporates so fast.
Yeah, it was hot. Josh has always wanted to do the Hoover Dam, and it was closed. We couldn't do it. But-
Ours, we went Sunday and it was closed, but we went so early. Like I can't wait to
It was
edit,
so nice.
edit that vlog.
If you ever get
It
to
was
go
awesome.
like really early, go really early. There's no one there, and you have
Yeah.
the Hoover Dam all to yourself, and it is so surreal. The
I was
view
telling-
is
Mhm.
fantastic.
I was telling VP, you guys have to do the Grand Canyon once. Pictures,
Yeah. Oh, yes.
movies, pictures, movies, nothing prepares you for how beautiful it is. And then
Yeah.
when you see it, then you understand where the Native Americans got their colors, for their when they and their woven fabrics and stuff. It's
Uh-huh.
just amazingly beautiful.
Oh gosh.
Nice.
It's just crazy.
I mean, my breath was taken away at the Hoover Dam.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, we were just like, wow, this is fantastic. So our bucket list, like we're checking off our bucket list little by little to just kind of get to know places in the States.
Yeah, that's
you know?
what we've been doing. Yeah, that's what we've
We'll
been
definitely-
doing. States.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely be back out there. Carlo was asking how many steps do you average at the parks? It depends. If you're doing an open to close, you're doing a 20,000 step
That's
day.
what I was gonna say, like a 20 to 30,000 steps, just depending
Oh,
on.
yeah,
And-
we've done that.
And that's what, like, if we do a Disneyland open to close, I'm doing a 20,000 step
Yeah.
go too. But usually we'll do 10,000 steps in a 5-hour period. We do a lot of moving though.
Mhm.
But I know the parks are big over there, but the lines are a little bit longer too over there.
Oh, I got sad. I'm just gonna tell them they have to go to Lake Tahoe, but it's burning.
Yeah, it's on fire
It's
right
on
now.
fire right now.
Yeah, I just saw pictures of Lake Tahoe. I was like, man.
It was so beautiful. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Brian, we're trying to come out in 2023. So
Yeah, well, there'll be a big welcome crew over here.
yeah, hopefully all this COVID stuff starts dying down, and because we're supposed to go on Monday.
We originally had planned going to California next year.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, we just want to hold off a little bit so that we can.
I don't want to deal with travel restrictions and stuff being
and masks
closed. And
So, because we want to explore California, go to Disney for a couple of days or a few days, and then explore other things in California.
You have to go to San Diego, downtown San Diego, to the old town.
Yeah, and we thought by October, like things were cooling down, so we thought like, oh, we'd be cool in October to go over to Florida, but then now you guys are like a hotbed over there, and now. Do you guys foresee any type of restrictions happening in the next few months, or you guys are pretty much staying the same?
Our governor is Mr. Open, so there's no restrictions happening over here.
No,
and Disney World will just follow whatever the state says. So
they're following the CDC when it comes to masks. I mean,
they're being a lot safer than Universal and all the other parks. I think So
do you have to wear a mask in Disney World right now, or indoors or anything?
Just indoors.
Indoors at Disney World.
Yeah.
Anywhere else? No.
So Universal, you don't have to wear one indoors or anything?
You don't have to wear one at all there, no.
Okay. No. Yeah. We're just, because I know they had lightened up and then now they've kind of gone backwards a little bit. And so we'll see where everything ends up in October. It's only 45 days away. But like you said,
I can't believe
your state likes to stay open. So
yeah,
I can't believe
benefit for us.
Close.
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's like I don't see it as I don't think of it as being that close, but it is literally that close. I mean,
time flies. It'll fly.
I haven't gotten my outfits to it. I have nothing prepared. I'm like, what ears do I take? Do I take any ears? Do I buy new ears? Do I take hats? Like,
you have to bring ears.
I don't know. I might want to buy some.
Oh no, she needs to bring ears so she doesn't buy them.
I
would probably be cheaper,
especially with the price increases.
But that's only.
How much do the ears go up?
So
I still saw $29.99. So
yeah,
I don't know
but
what you were looking at.
Well, the Corella ears.
But I think those are designer ears.
No,
they're not.
They're not designer and they're not Loungefly, and they're $40.
It'd probably be cheaper for me to actually just bring an extra suitcase full of ears for Becky than for her not to take any and buy them over there.
Well, I mean, or you can buy her a bag like that. Show them that one. She bought this last year.
Oh my goodness, that looks like it's expensive.
It is. It is.
This is a
Loungefly.
It is, but I got a AP discount, so it was
like $100-$200.
No, it was like 125 minus the discount.
Yeah.
Oh, and it holds all the ears. Look, it has
that's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, but then no, you don't need to. You don't need to.
Thank you, VP.
Put it away.
I appreciate you.
I need one of those red flashy things from Men in Black to wipe her memory.
If they could make one of those with a backpack strap.
Oh my gosh, everyone's asking, OMG, where did you get that?
Yeah, she got it. That was sold here at Mouse Gear at Epcot.
Yes.
And it's not available anymore, correct?
No, that thing sold out.
Thank goodness.
You might not say thank goodness when she finds it on eBay for 2 or 3 times the price.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Great. She's Googling it. That means I'm going to pay 4 times as much as the original price. Darn it.
When she first wanted that, I was like, what is she going to do with this? Because this was not an ear person. She didn't want ears. So then her first 2 pair of ears were because our daughter was given duplicates as gifts. So then her first pairs were one she didn't even want. And then from there, how many do you have now? 40? It's some dumb number.
DDG and I are obsessed with ears. DDG are obsessed. See, DDG says she absolutely brings ears and buys ears. Divas have hobbies. Thank you, DDG.
You can't hate on that. I mean,
oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised though. Are there really any ears over here? I guess there are, because some of the countries have ears.
Yeah, I think you have to have some Walt Disney World exclusive compared to Disneyland, right?
Well, they will. So. They will, especially when you're here because of the 50th. I mean, I don't know how much money.
October. When are you guys coming?
The 8th, right?
October. So the first day we're there is in a park is the 14th.
14th.
Okay.
Yeah, we fly in on the 13th, but we visit Magic Kingdom on the 14th.
I mean, I know you guys aren't huge merch people, but there are going to be special bags and ears for the 50th.
Yeah, sometimes I don't like their
Like
like
the Dooney,
1560 celebration ears. Sometimes I don't like. I'm very picky.
the 50th Dooney looks nice.
Does it?
Don't mention Dooney here.
I am
What are
very
you doing? Come, please. We talk about reusable shopping bags, not Dooney.
No. But you
I
buy
got mad at
two of
Dooney.
them. You buy two of them. You hold on to the one for a little bit, and then it pays for the other one.
There you go.
Okay, it's an investment. It's an investment.
That's
I got
right.
mad
Yeah.
at him.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Oh no, there she just found it. Oh, great.
How much is it?
Let's
Oh
check.
no, don't. $5. No, I'm just kidding.
That'd be funny.
It's not for sale. It says it's not for sale. Oh no.
Yeah,
Is it?
DDT, there's only different ears and merch for the 50th. The first, so they
What
have,
do you think?
I think, 5 different lines of merch for the 50th.
Yeah.
And the first line came out and almost
Yeah. I'm sure we'll buy some stuff there, but we're not gonna go crazy.
Yeah,
bonkers.
we eat and drink all of our money away.
I mean, we'll want some souvenir while we're there, but not
You
like
guys
I'm not
do
gonna
these-
have to get everything.
Mhm.
I just had them cancel their San Angel reservation because that's the day they're going to be drinking around the world,
Oh,
and food and wine is still going on. So
yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
like food and wine, so I'm sure we'd want to do that instead.
So yeah, for sure, I would rather do eat the food and wine food as we go around the world than the other
Mhm.
one for sure. And David says, "Final 4 summer nights." We are actually going to summer nights at Knott's Berry Farm
On
this Sunday
This Sunday, guys.
because Time Out with Michael sent us they got food and wine tabs, and so or not food and wine, summer nights tabs for food and drinks, and they couldn't use them. Also, he
I don't
mailed them
think
to
we're
us.
going to use them for food. I think we're going to use them for drinks.
Yeah,
and
because
then
the
pay for
food was
The
not
food
very
was
good.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
how
But,
how much is a one-day ticket to Knott's?
Like $50, I think, 50 or 60. If you buy it out, it's always cheaper online than at the park, but I want to say $50 to $60 to get in there.
That's one place we want to go to.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
I always
cute
find it
place.
funny how parks that aren't Disney or Universal are so much cheaper.
Mhm.
They are, and
Well, you guys heard how much our pass cost us for the food pass, the drink pass, the
parking,
parking,
The
and
entry.
the Not Scary Farm.
and Not Scary Farm season pass, and everything was under $400 a person. And really, like if a season pass for Knott's Berry Farm is $110 now.
Oh, yeah, David just put that in there. That's good.
Yeah.
And then if
Brian
you
was
throw in,
asking, go ahead.
if you throw in parking, it's under $200 for parking and a pass. And then if you want food every 4 hours, so basically 2 times a day, it's like $130 or $140 for the whole year. And
Oh,
you get
wow.
to eat,
Oh.
you get to eat twice a day, to just 4
Wow.
hours in between. So I mean, like I said, it's not Disneyland food, but there's some good barbecue
good
there.
barbecue.
There's some good sandwiches. It's hearty portions.
Oh, they have
Yeah.
big portions, and then we got the drink pass, so I can't drink a drink in 15 minutes and get another drink. So I usually get mine and I give it to Juan, or give Juan half of mine, and
Yeah, so they have unlimited drinks every 15 minutes, and I think it's like $40
Wow.
for the year.
we drink the boysenberry every time.
So
cool.
that's not like specialty drinks. That's like soda and boysenberry
Yeah.
punch and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I
That's
mean,
good.
$40
Hey.
for the whole year. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a pretty.
Sign me up, Coach.
We know
Brian-
people who just buy the pass to Knott's Berry Farm and the food pass just
Mhm.
to go eat there.
We've left Disneyland.
Like that's it.
We've left Disneyland.
It's cheaper than eating out anywhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've left Disneyland just to go and eat at Knott's.
And then we got back to
I
Disneyland.
mean, I would do that. We would
And then,
do
and then
that.
go back to Disneyland.
Why not?
That's funny.
Because it's
Yeah.
what, 15 minutes away from each other.
Yeah, literally.
Brian was asking, what do you recommend in Disney Springs? So if you're asking about food, we said it earlier, Homecoming, 100%.
Brian's gonna have to. That's gonna be our +1, I think, at homecoming. I think we're gonna have to add him on our reservation.
And like Sarah says, anything that's very.
And then if you like fish and chips, they have a great fish and chip spot.
Oh, I love it.
The pimento cheeseburger at Paddlefish is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Memorimoto's. We've never been to Memorimoto's, but it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
There's so many places there.
STK is overpriced in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you're gonna eat a steak, I'd go to Sanaa.
Yeah, well, we're going. I mean, Disney Springs that's like our 1-day thing, but like I'm sure because that's the day after Drinking Around the World, so I'm sure it's not going to be an early day at Disney Springs. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a late day at Disney Springs. So but we have lunch reservations. I think at noon or 3. I can't remember which one it was, but we'll eat there obviously, and then we'll probably eat dinner there. But I think we won't be out too late on that night because then we go to Universal right after that. So, see, I get a headache just thinking about all the how crazy the is going to be.
I have not, but I have the perfume, isn't it? The Frozen.
Yeah, we didn't get the sample. We got the sample of the lotion, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amy was asking if we've gotten the free sample of Frozen perfume. We like she liked the lotion so much that I bought her that perfume, and then she bought me the cologne.
Yeah.
Hey, so Cargo, how you doing? Welcome.
Hey,
Hi.
Cargo.
What up?
My little spicy Canadian.
Right?
That's what I call her. She's my little spicy gangster Canadian.
She made Mylene a honorary Canadian because they've been talking, and Mylene puts ketchup on so many different things. She's like, "Oh, you're an honorary Canadian."
You would
ketchup on everything.
You would think Cargo grew up in East LA in the 80s.
Right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Indie Bar. I've never been to Indie Bar. I've heard Momorimoto was expensive. I've never been to Indie Bar. I've never even heard of it, honestly, Amy. They have the Hideaway Bar that would be kind of cool to go down in there.
Oh yeah, we tried to go in, but it was closed.
Yeah, but
and then for Animal Kingdom, now we don't have a reservation for a food place there. So what would be a go-to food place in Animal Kingdom?
Yak and Yeti.
Oh yes. Oh
You have
yeah,
to have
Yeti.
And what you need to do, since you don't have a reservation, you need to message me in the same place you message me the link. Message me your email address, and I will send you the link to get a Landry's card.
Oh, okay.
But then they also have to try flame. Like if you like mac and cheese, they have this awesome mac and cheese at Flame Tree, and they put like shredded pork and some onion rings and coleslaw. But it's fantastic. It's like somebody made it in their home. It's so good.
Yeah, that's a quick service. Yak and Yeti is a sit down.
But then you have Pandora in the back.
Yeah, so Thule is good for another quick one. So if you're gonna get there,
you have choices.
You have a couple choices, but I would recommend if you want to sit down, definitely Yak and Yeti.
Kiko is a Landry's member, so he can definitely.
If you're gonna be with Kiko, then Kiko can get you in.
Yeah.
Kiko, get us in.
Well, he has a party of 6 though. He might not be able to.
Yeah, he can add 4 more. Brian.
Yeah, he can add 4 more.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know what's that, but
I don't know if there's any Landry's restaurants near you guys, but being a Landry's member has been one of the best things that I've ever become a member of.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. You pay $25 up front, but then when you get your card in the mail, you get a $25 reward on your account, so it pays for itself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Samantha.
Hey, Sam, how's it going? The best thing about it is not even that you earn rewards when you eat there. The best thing about it is you get priority seating at the restaurants.
Right. So like Rainforest Cafe, T-Rex.
Both of those are at Disney Springs, and then Rainforest, it hasn't reopened at Animal Kingdom. At Universal City Walk, Bubba Gump is Landry's.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a Bubba Gump here.
Yeah.
And we have those.
They're everywhere. They're Universal. They're at Garden Walk.
So being a Landry's member, you don't have a reservation and it's hard to get in. Like On Mother's Day, I forgot to get a reservation to a restaurant, so we walked up at 8 o'clock at night to Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs. They were turning everybody away, saying, "No, we don't have anything." I walked up, put my Landry's card on the little thing. I was said, "I need a table for 7, please." And they said, "Okay, it'll be 15 minutes."
Wow,
Nice, very nice.
well, that works.
Arlene, you totally distracted me now. I'm like, I can just buy a brown backpack. Now I have all these crazy ideas in my head.
Look at this. Ever since you guys mentioned or showed us that thing, she has been on her phone looking at just shopping. She's not even paying attention to the live stream anymore.
Well, I mean, Josh. In all fairness, she wasn't paying attention to us earlier. We talked about Ratatouille for 10 minutes. Remember?
You guys know I'm Dory. I can only keep attention so long.
BP, you get to experience. You got to experience what I experience every Tuesday night. Actually, and then off the stream, just every night. You know.
Usually it's okay because I look like I'm listening and I'm smiling, but then he goes, "What do you think?" And I'm like, I don't know.
No idea. Like he zones it out. Like I think she's listening in the background.
I'm smiling and I'm answering. Yeah, well, you know. I don't know that.
Just nod and smile.
That's what I do.
That's why I know not to ask her details anymore because I have to ask her like yes or no, knowing that she's just going to be like yeah. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Like yeah.
Sometimes.
Oh, what do you think about food and wine? Yeah, it's good. She's like no idea what I'm saying.
I'm listening. I know what we're talking about.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on. I mean, we're an hour and a half here, and so I know it's late over there, and well, it's late for me anyway.
Well, for us, she has a live here in another 30 minutes, so we're good.
Yeah. Oh, perfect timing, huh?
Yeah. No, like you guys are crazy. You guys are up always late.
Yeah, you guys are late. I don't know how you do it.
Normally we're not. Now we're not. Now when in the summer, yes.
And I was up late before because I work nights. I work mornings now, so I have to be up in 7 hours from now. But so I won't be. I'll probably start the live with her tonight, and then I'm gonna get off and go to bed. Yeah. Going back real quick, Juan, the very first thing at Animal Kingdom is definitely the safari. First thing in the morning.
Oh yes.
The animals are the most. Do rope drop for Animal Kingdom.
And go straight there.
And go straight all the way to the back to the safari.
Yeah, that is amazing to see them all. They're all out. They're all very active. So
because by the afternoon it's warmer and they're probably like relaxing and being lazy and
I have a feeling I've hyped myself up so much that I think that because I don't really know what goes on over there, I just have this thing for Epcot, but I have a feeling that Animal Kingdom is probably like that safari is probably going to be my favorite thing because you know how I am.
Well, Animal Kingdom is just a beautiful park, right? I mean, it's small, but it's beautiful.
No, Animal Kingdom's one of the biggest parks here.
Yeah,
really. It doesn't have the most attractions, right?
It doesn't have the most attractions, no.
But I guess the safari itself is so huge.
Yes.
That it makes it so big.
Because I love nature, so.
But like walking through it, though, the walking part is not crazy big, right?
No, it's still pretty big.
Still pretty big, just not as many. I'm surprised they don't have more attractions there, I guess.
Yeah.
It's more shows, though. Like.
Yeah, before it was more shows.
Yeah.
I like it.
It was like half and half, and then there's more walking paths to go see animals, and like they have a section where you can see fruit bats and gorillas and tigers and
the biggest rides they have there are like Everest and Pandora.
Yeah, and I have to do Everest. I have to do Mount Everest. That's like a must for me. I'm a roller coaster guy, so I'm like that's a must for me.
Yeah. And on Everest, you want to ask and wait for the front row for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So do they tell you where to sit, or you can just kind of be like?
If you want the front, they have a queue for the front. They'll send people.
Yeah. So if you tell them you want the front, they'll send you over to a little special area where you can wait for the front.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they tell you what row to go to.
Okay.
And they'll send you with your entire party, so you'll have like whatever.
Yeah,
rows.
if there's 10 of you and you want the front row, then you'll sit in the first 5 rows.
And then the 10 of you can fight for the front.
Oh, well, they're accommodating then, it sounds like.
Well, I get it. I get the front row. That's all that matters.
And then if there's people, like if you want the back row, you can ask them, can I have the back row? They'll be like, yeah, no problem. Just go wait over there. So
yeah.
Juan said is prime what is that? Primeval Whirl still there? I think that's shut down, right? And they're tearing that down.
Yeah.
Primeval World has been closed for over a year, and I just read an article that they just got a permit to do construction in that area. So we're assuming they're going to tear it down.
I wonder what they're gonna put there. You think they'll put another thrill ride?
I hope so.
What I'm hoping is that they take all of that crap out, including Dinosaur.
No, Dinosaur's a good ride. I like Dinosaur.
Reskin Dinosaur and either make that whole area Wakanda or make it Indiana Jones.
Oh man, I'm kind of Indiana Jones.
I'm kind of mad I got rid of my Indiana
But
Jones.
could you
hat.
imagine a Wakanda like?
Oh, it'd be amazing.
I mean, like, imagine they take you into where, like, all that, what's that, I can never say
Vibranium.
it. Vibranium. Like,
Yeah.
into those, like, they have, like, a ride, like, even, like, a roller coaster or something that takes you through the caves and the caverns of that, and, like,
You should be an
that could be,
Imagineer, babe.
like, there's so much you can do with Wakanda, like, just so much, like.
There is.
I think because of the space and what they already have there, if they went the Indiana Jones route, it wouldn't cost them as much money because Dinosaur is the same ride as Indiana Jones, is just different.
Yeah.
Same but different.
Yeah, same but different. So,
but could they add, like, do they have space where they could add like kind of how they did with Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy over in Epcot, like where they can add a ride and put a show building kind of way backstage to house it, like an indoor type roller coaster?
I'd have to look at a map from the top view, but
don't tell him that, BP. Don't say that. He's already on Google Maps.
I'm already
Tron is still a ways away. Tron's 2022.
Yeah, Tron. Well, we'll be. That's the thing. I might be back for Tron because Tron is like, oh, that thing looks so cool. Okay, I need to figure out how to do this here.
I found I'm talking to Arlene.
Okay,
I found a trolley case that's really cute. It looks like all vintagey. That you could put it like, like the old cosmetic cases.
Oh yeah,
that's cute, huh?
Yep, that is, and you can just set them in there, standing up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm walking into Animal Kingdom here, and where's the dinosaur land? Right here, right? Yeah. Oh, Dino Institute. Is that that's the show building for the ride?
Yes.
Okay, so that's definitely Indiana. Oh, there's a big water thing back there. Where are they going to go? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but they could fill that in and move the lake even further, that retention pond even further into the trees there.
Yeah, or they could, like, even this right here, they can kind of move some of these backstage building or something.
That's a show building. So Primeval World is, you see that orange thing?
Yeah, that's Primeval.
That's Primeval World.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going away.
Yeah, and then up a little bit from there, that's a Finding Nemo show building.
Yep.
Okay, but this is like some sort of mechanic or storage warehouse.
Yeah, they could move that. So they could really make that whole area Wakanda. Yeah.
Or even imagine, like, if they went, let's say they had some sort of walkway and they tunnel or something over this water, they can probably utilize this whole area here.
Yeah, and make it like because like in the movie how it looked like it was the same area, but then when you went through it, it was a whole different thing. They could do that. That would be sick.
Would that be crazy? Like you're going on like a walkway and they have like
jobs
this
as Imagineers over there.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Right? Yeah, but see, I think our Imagineering is out of the Disneyland budget.
It is.
We're talking about, just redeveloping this land alone and then putting up gigantic facades that make you think you're in the same area than with something different behind it.
Oh my goodness. About filling a lake and moving it, and Josh is talking about moving show buildings.
They do it all the time.
They could just move this whole thing.
If I went over to, where is it at? Magic Kingdom's up here. Let's see here. Where's they literally just created, they filled in part of the water here to create Tron,
Yeah.
So it could happen. Look how big that Space Mountain is.
I'm just curious to see how the entrance is going to be because it looks like
Yeah, the
like it's
walkway.
gonna back up.
Yeah, the walkway to go over to Tron, the
It's-
pathway is so narrow.
It's
Is it right here in front of Space Mountain? Is that the
Yes.
walkway?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you already have the Space Mountain crowd, and then you're going to come over here.
Yep.
And so they're going to have some sort of, it's going to be elevated, right? Because it has to go over the train.
Oh, well, and that's the thing we don't know yet
Yeah.
because the tracks of the train are up. They took them all up, so we don't even know how they're going to be running the track. All of that, you see how the train tracks are right there?
Yeah.
And all that green to the right, all of that looks like that construction site to the right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's because the roller coaster, I mean, the show building's back here, and the roller coaster comes out here.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So the queuing and everything will be obviously somewhere in here, I think. I
Yes.
mean, into the
Yeah.
building, but the train, they can't necessarily reroute it. Like for us, for like Galaxy's Edge, they made the train do its first left turn at Disneyland to kind of reroute it around. But, or maybe they're going to dig it up and maybe the train goes lower a little bit and then comes up like at a very slight incline. So the
with a
walkway
tunnel.
comes through.
Yeah.
Or
That's
if
what we're thinking. That's what we're thinking they're gonna do, build the pathway up over so it goes through like a little tunnel, but we don't know. It's so small because if you zoom in to that Space Mountain area there,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that's literally the only pathway that leads back there.
Yep.
And that's tiny.
Yeah,
And that's literally only what, maybe 5 people wide?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tiny.
it's small.
It's let's see here. Let's look at it. Let's take a look. Yeah, that, oh my God, that's so narrow. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is crazy narrow.
Talk about
You think they
bottleneck.
would they do something with this building or no? They're not going to touch that, huh?
I would hope so, honestly. So they open it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so the people movers go right there, and then I think, oh, what's back here? So this, I would think they're going to open up bigger, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, they would have to open this up big. Where does this walkway go to? Where am I going?
So the walkway used to go next to like almost near the train and stuff, and all back to where the
Oh,
tomb
I'm on the
area
train.
was.
How'd I get on a train? I like, how did I teleport onto a train? This is crazy. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Here's the walkway.
Yeah.
And the walkway brings you over here to Fantasyland.
Yes.
It's not. No, that's like it's like our circus area. That's where that's Dumbo.
Oh,
the two
yeah,
the
that-
two things that
Okay.
look like boobs
Yeah.
there.
So just outside of Fantasyland,
They
there you
do
got
look
this
like
weird
boobs.
corner.
Yeah, from the aerial,
Kinda
Dumbo
like-
looks like boobs.
Kind of like our Toontown, but you guys have different things there.
So that area used to be our Toontown,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then they took it up and they made it like a circus.
DDG says, I love how Disney people redesign everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that this right here, this walkway will become very large and different in design.
And Joe
Well,
Rogan.
that walkway is completely gone.
Because it's going to have to become futuristic all the way up to over here where my mouse is. This will all have to be more futuristic. Now, if you look at like how Shanghai is with Tron, it seems like there's multiple levels. So maybe right in this area here, the walkway really does a very gradual incline
Yeah.
to kind of go over
Mhm.
into this Tron area. And then it's going to be curious to see what, I don't know if anybody's shown this or not. Like, do they have any shops over here? Is there going to be any food over here? Or is it just going to be Tron?
So far, based on the renderings, it's just Tron.
Would you think they'd want to kind of maybe put something else? I mean, there'd probably a merchandise shop somewhere in there, I would think.
Yeah, I would think probably at the exit, but we haven't seen that yet.
But I mean, I know they have budgets. I just go beyond budgets, and I'm like, they can totally do like Tron foods and all sorts of crazy stuff back there. But I know they got.
Well, they did
budgets.
it for Marvel Land.
Yeah, Marvel Land. I think they, even though it's such a small area, but they did such a good job. Even though we haven't been there yet, for we say Marvel Land, but it's Avengers Campus.
I know.
But they did
It's
such
supposed to
a
say Star Wars Land.
they did such a good job for
I can't wait to see
with
that.
the food and everything.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that.
What is
Juan says Florida Pirates sucks. Yeah,
Why?
I said it.
Why? Why does it suck?
So one thing that's different from ours than yours, ours only has one drop.
Oh.
Because it still has to go underneath the railroad tracks, but I guess it's low enough to where just one drop, or is it a bigger
still
drop?
redesigning everything.
He's like, let's change that.
Yeah.
So their pirates
Our Pirates, in my opinion, is boring.
is right there.
Yeah.
Is what?
It's
It's
boring.
boring.
Why? How's it boring? Doesn't it have the Yo-Ho song and
Yeah,
the
it's-
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have fun in that.
We
you
do.
know,
When there's a big group, we'll start singing
the whole
and
boat will sing.
and messing around, but
Yeah.
that makes it fun. So
we got stuck on there for 2 hours?
oh no.
I see where VP goes. VP
What?
comes up here and then goes through here.
Yeah.
comes
That's
around.
exactly what we do.
Big Thunder, Splash Mountain.
And then I come
yeah.
back and go up. That's
That's
go
a
right
flippin'
there.
And then we
Haunted
pick up we pick up a Disneyland hot dog sometimes.
That's a
Okay.
humongous park, you guys.
Yeah, and then come back around after there. We don't
Yeah.
necessarily have to do Pirates, but we might.
I'm gonna
We don't circle back to Pirates until we've walked all the way through Fantasyland and
Yeah.
walked all the way down into Tomorrowland. And then by that point we're like, okay, we need a Dole Whip, so we'll go all the way back across to Adventureland and get a Dole Whip.
It's so cute how everybody has their little things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like your little thing that you do. That's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, so it's
Do you get the ice cream or the float?
No, I get the I Lava You float.
Yeah. And I get it's
So
during Halloween it's the headless horseman.
Uh-huh.
But it's what is it?
Strawberry Dole Whip and strawberry Fanta.
Yeah.
And then the one I get is strawberry Fanta with orange Dole Whip. And then it has strawberry Pop Rocks on the top.
Ew, no, I can't do Pop Rocks. I'm afraid. Can you do? I'm afraid I'm going to choke and die. Can you do just no Fanta? And do pineapple juice or something? Or does it have?
They have
So
different.
in Magic Kingdom,
They have 2
there's
different places.
3
3.
because Peter Pan is on the other
Oh,
side.
that's right.
So there are
Like
1, 2,
4 different,
3,
4 or 5 different.
5, like 6 or 7 different versions of Dole Whips you can
Yeah.
get.
Because I think I would.
And that's flavors. So you can do just the Dole Whip.
Yeah,
you can do
the
pineapple
classic.
juice
Yeah.
with the pineapple Dole Whip float.
You can do
Because I'm
both.
afraid to get Fanta with my Dole Whip, but I do like or what is it, that little place that they made in back of the tiki room where they have the pineapple, the Dole Whips with the
Tropical Hideaway.
yes,
Because they got the the
So
Dole Whip with like the
little pieces of
Hey,
pepino.
Kiko.
Moy and all that stuff
yeah.
on it.
Hey, Kiko.
Kiko.
Yeah, they have some really good Dole Whip versions back there.
Amy says the entrance to Liberty Square's a shop sells waffles with Nutella and strawberries on it.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
for breakfast.
That is
So
fantastic.
It's served before 11 a.m. That
Yeah.
same place is where we finally, starting this last year, got blessed with your guys' corn dog.
Yes.
Oh,
you got
yeah.
the corn. Did
There
you-
ain't no corn dog like a Disneyland corn
And
dog.
did
No,
you
there-
get the spicy one? The,
No,
No,
they
we
only
don't-
gave us a regular
yeah.
one, but
but that's good enough.
yes,
Yes.
it is. Because believe it or not, prior to last year, they served nothing but frozen corn dogs.
Ew.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
did you
man.
guys are you mustard on your corn dog or ketchup on your corn dog?
So I'll do mustard sometimes, but that corn dog is so good you don't need it.
You don't need anything.
I
It's-
eat it plain.
It's right there at that little corner's hut.
Yeah.
Okay, you already knew. I'm already going back to the Nutella waffle. So
No, the Nutella waffle is fantastic.
Yes.
Like
so
it's
on this one here, somewhere in here.
On the right side, right there.
right there.
Right there.
And while
Okay.
you're circling that, Kenny, that's on our bucket list. It's the Disneyland Tokyo in Shanghai. I want to go there.
Okay. Sleepy Hollow refreshments.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. See, I love Google Maps. I can see everything.
You know what? He literally, I'll come home from work. He just sits on Google Maps, and I'm like, "What are you looking at?" And he's somewhere in Montana. He's like all over the place, just looking at Google Maps for
See,
hours.
That's how you learn about what to visit, So
He just
Yeah.
sits there for hours and hours on Google
That's
Maps.
Well, this is how I know. Like you know how some people they go to theme parks and they have no idea what
Yeah.
direction, where anything's at. They're looking at this map in front of them and they still have no idea where they're at. If I look at Google Maps and I look at Walt Disney World, even though it's similar to Disneyland just on a larger scale, but there's definitely more walkways and different directions that you can go. And like Big Thunder's in a different place than the Haunted Mansion would be over here. So it's like I could see, okay, I can kind of plot my path. Or at
Yeah.
least if I know I'm over by the Haunted Mansion, I know I'm going to be by Fantasyland, where over here, if we're by Big Thunder, you're by Fantasyland. If you go the back way, you know it's there. You know, so
is their Buzz Lightyear the same as our Buzz Lightyear?
no.
Oh, so
Their Buzz Lightyear sucks.
So
Oh, sorry, no offense.
So you can't have a challenge with anybody.
Like we could remove you can. We could remove our laser blaster.
Oh, I wish we could.
From the cart to actually
I hate having that thing just stuck on the, because sometimes you can't get the right angle.
Yeah, and you know, yours spin too, right? Your cars spin.
I love Amy. She's hilarious.
Yes, our cars
Tell
spin.
me how to landscape my backyard.
Okay, Amy, I'll do that. Okay, I'll be landscaping your backyard. But Jeff Pike obviously is the master of Astro Blasters. He is the reigning champion.
He literally holds the
Blab.
trophy. He snuck in a trophy and he got caught. And he had to go through this big ordeal to get the trophy into Disneyland, and he ended up winning it and had to take it back home.
Yeah, he's the only person who's ever beaten me on Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters. Now that's Disneyland version. Walt Disney World. I have no idea where everything.
I find it funny that they have a different name for it. Like yours is called Astro Blasters. Ours is called Space Ranger Spin.
Yeah. Space Ranger Spin.
And he beat you twice.
No, he's beat me 3 times.
Oh, has he?
I can't beat him no matter what. The first time he beat me by 400.
And Josh thought he was being all cool and was gonna Josh thought he was being all cool and turned his hat around and he looked back and Jeff Pike had taken off his jacket and his sweatshirt.
Just tank top and I see his rippling muscles and I'm just like, oh no, this guy's gonna kill me. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. But one day, my dream, that's on my bucket list, is to beat Jeff Pike at Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters. I don't know if it'll ever happen.
So then if you're competitive, you're going to have a good time at Toy Story Mania.
Yeah.
That's a fun game.
Yeah, and we have Toy Story Mania here. I'm not as great because I don't know all the secrets of it.
And I don't like their whole thing.
The only problem is I'm not very athletic, so having to do this a bunch of times, my arm hurts.
Yeah. Oh no, our shoulders hurt at the end of the ride too.
He lettered in golf, Arlene.
Hey, that uses muscles you don't even know about.
Yeah, he lettered in golf.
That is true.
You know, people think it's all this and that, but it's tough.
It is. I get mad every time I play.
Yeah. Yes, it's a mental game.
I literally get mad and want to break the club and I just so.
No, so
because I have a softball swing. So I go and then I want to hit it hard and then I mess up. Yes.
So if you guys have Toy Story Mania, do you guys have the same? It's not alien swirling saucers. You have a Mater ride.
We have a Mater ride, which is the same as that.
The same thing. So you don't need that. So the only ride in Toy Story Land that you don't have is Slinky.
Yeah, that's the only one. And that's the only one I want to go to. It's like a family friendly coaster. So. But I love those, and it's kind of unique. So
no, yeah, we love it.
That's gonna be cute.
But I was just thinking, like, because you were saying earlier how you don't care about Galaxy's Edge. So for you, Hollywood Studios is definitely going to be like a couple-hour park.
We should get a Ronto wrap though, because
don't get me wrong. Especially because we're vlogging and stuff, we're definitely going to walk through Galaxy's Edge. But I don't need to ride the rides because the rides are identical to what. Yeah. I mean, I could actually probably just pop in ride-throughs from over here, and it would be no one would know the difference, you know. But
do you, Becky? You just said something about a Ronto route.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't have them over there?
No, we do, but we haven't been to the park. Well, we will by the time we go. We'll go in September.
What I'm wondering is there any food inside of Galaxy's Edge over there that we don't have over here?
Did you guys?
From what I've seen, you guys have things we don't have. But we have everything. You have everything we have.
Did you guys ever get the meatless meatloaf? It was all plant-based.
So
that thing was delicious. I craved that so bad. I would go back just to eat that meat, and they would put this gravy on it. It was really good.
I wonder, is your guys' Olga Cantina the same size as ours or bigger?
Ours is really tiny.
Ours is small too.
Yeah.
I think they messed up, but I don't know if they realized how popular that would be, and I think they messed up on that one. Like they need to have 2 of them. I think
the only place you could drink, you were able to drink in the park, and so I think that's why a lot of people went. But it's really cool in there.
And Carla, yes, I don't know what I am now, but I'm right around 300. So yes, it's fluffy friendly.
Yes.
That's one thing Universal is not.
Yes.
fluffy friendly. Yeah.
Oh no, definitely not. It took me a year during the pandemic to lose weight to be able to ride Velocicoaster and Hagrid's at
We
Universal.
swore
Oh.
we were going to lose weight to get to Florida and be in shape. So that way we'd be able to do the whole park. And I think we both gained more weight.
I
I
think
definitely gained
We've
a
done
lot
it
of weight.
opposite of exactly what we said we were going to do.
I gained 20 pounds just start working.
Well, no, I'm still down 20 pounds from, I went down 30 pounds and I gained 10 back.
Yeah, I went down a
Okay, so
lot.
save that 20 for when you get here.
Yeah. I know. So I don't know. I mean, I'm so excited now. I just want to be in Walt Disney World right now.
Carla, I did the last time I went. I've been stress eating the last month, so I don't know. I haven't been to Universal in about a month, so I couldn't tell you.
I've
But
got
I
to
fit.
try it, right?
I fit with them calling it. You have to tell the cast member to staple you in.
Oh.
What?
And what they do is they grab the lap bar and they push down real hard, and then they look at your face and they go, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yep."
Can you pick up your long hat and then let them?
Yeah.
Like they wear the pants over their belt? Yeah,
Oh, my
under.
goodness.
So you do that, but you're in there, and so it's good,
But are you
But
comfortable
before,
with the ride?
yeah, it's fine.
It's fine, okay.
I'm upset. I'm over here just staring at
Yeah, Josh is ready to be like-
this is what I'm looking at right here, you guys. I'm in Epcot right now as we're all talking, and then I was like, oh, I want to see where the new Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, look, there's the tube for the roller coaster to go roll around, and I get to stare at this stuff all day long. So.
The last thing I'm going to say is once you see the Guardians of the Galaxy building, you'll have to look for it.
Oh, okay.
Because the way they painted the building, it blends in with the sky.
Oh, okay. The
wow.
back building, the show building, the actual back building.
And it's massive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
massive building. But we got to get off so she can get ready for the next live.
All right,
It's a
no,
late
thank
one
you.
for us.
Thank you
So what
guys
do you?
so much for coming.
Yeah, what do you guys got going on?
Thursday evening, 5 p.m. Eastern time, so afternoon for you guys. I'll be live from Magic Kingdom, barring any work schedule changes. And then here in another 13 minutes over on Happily Ever Yachty. If you guys love Loungefly, we're going to be discussing the Loungefly pre-orders that just went on sale 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Vicky.
come tell us what you got, and we'll tell you what we got, what we're looking forward to.
And so you don't forget, you guys, to check out Adventures with VP over there on YouTube, and then also you guys can follow him over on Instagram over there. Give him a subscribe. Tell him Midlife 5 sent you. Thank you very much, you guys, for being on. I appreciate it because I needed your Walt Disney World knowledge today.
Yeah. You're welcome, because we love you,
Yes,
and we can't wait
Oh
to
yeah.
hang out with you guys. It's going to be fun.
Bye,
Yeah,
Amy.
we can't wait for October. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a good night.
All
Thank
right,
you, you too.
later.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Wow, that was a great. Wow, I think I learned a lot first about
Yes.
our Walt Disney World trip, and then
I think it was a really good idea to have them on, and it not that it was a good idea. I think it was just really good because we learned a lot, and we got like changing that one reservation. I mean, there was just so informative.
when I was and it was good for us to ask because I was thinking about like that when Juan booked that reservation, I was like, oh, how is that going to work with our drinking around the world? And then I thinking, oh my gosh, but it seems like such a nice restaurant. I'm going to really want to do it. And I totally forgot about food and wine happening at that time. And I'm like, oh no, but I'm going to want to do food and wine. If we do a sit down restaurant, how am I going to do food and wine? So I'm glad that VP kind of said, the food's really not that great in there. Mm-hmm. The atmosphere is good, but the food's not that great. So I definitely think I'd rather do food and wine and just do that. As Ronnie says, shots, practice for the crawl, right? Because, for us, when we do the drinking around the world, it's definitely not going to be a 2, 3-hour event. We're going to take our time. We're going to sip our cocktail in the different lands. And, you know, for Brian, he can have multiple. Like, it's if you do 1 drink per country, it's 13 drinks. But, you know, there might be countries like in Mexico where we want to do a couple because they have the tequila bar. They have other drinks there. And so, you know, I'm just excited for Brian. Are you taking off? Have a good night, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
But I'm just excited for the different things that we're going to see and experience over there. Especially, I'm really excited for Epcot, and I'm really excited for Animal Kingdom. I think there's certain aspects of Magic Kingdom that I'm excited for, like certain rides and certain areas that we don't have. But and then in Hollywood Studios, I'm probably most excited for their Tower of Terror version because it's different than ours, or even our original Tower of Terror. And I like roller coasters, so I want to go on the Rock and Roll roller coaster too. So I mean, just so many things to think of and do over there at Walt Disney World. And then we haven't even been back to Disneyland yet, and I'm like, oh, Walt Disney World.
No, we have
but
not.
We're going to Disneyland, and what's the countdown on
43
Disneyland?
days,
No,
Carla said.
No, but for us, for Disneyland is a week and a half away. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days we'll be in Disneyland. So I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
Because we haven't been to Disneyland since pre-pandemic time. We went into DCA for a food event.
Yes.
But we haven't actually been in Disneyland. So I'm excited for that. Becky, write that down. Whatever Cargo said, she said, write it down. Grand Marnier, orange slushy in France. Oh, I've heard about that. Okay.
Put it in the comments, Cargo. Or Josh, are you going to type it in?
I'm going to go and type it up. Type. Are you eating at Beauty and the Beast? No, we're not eating at Beauty and the Beast Castle. We did not get reservations for there. We didn't know we had to book reservations so far in advance. So
yeah, we were ill prepared, even though everybody told us way in advance.
Let's see. Carla Hill said, we will be there on the 11th. You'll be at Disneyland on the 11th? Well, we're going to be at Disneyland on the 11th. So you're going to be there on the 11th? We're going to be there on the 11th already.
Yes.
So I guess we'll be seeing you there because we're doing Oogie Boogie Bash.
I think she's talking about October, weirdo.
No, she's not going to be in October.
Yeah, because we're going 43 days and we got 45 days.
Oh, are you going? You're going 2 days before us to Orlando in October, Carla? See, 11th and 12th, they're confusing me. So the 11th, we're going to be at Disneyland, and then on the 12th, we're going to be at Oogie Boogie Bash. And that's for September. Now, October, we fly into Orlando on the 13th.
Oh, she's talking Disneyland.
Yeah, so she's going to be there at Disneyland and Oogie Boogie Bash at night in the day. So, are you doing Oogie Boogie Bash on the 11th or on the 12th? I think they're doing Oogie Boogie Bash on the 11th. We're doing it on the 12th. I'm not 100% sure, but, you know, I don't know. No. Listen, Linda. She's talking to you. She's talking to you. You're Linda right now. She's not talking to me. That's for sure. I'm just kidding. I don't know. She could be talking to me. But the 11th, they're doing Oogie Boogie Bash. So we're going to miss you guys by 1 day for that. But we'll see you in Disneyland briefly while you guys are there. That's going to be our first day back. I'm really excited for it, but we'll see what happens.
And we're doing HHN opening, right?
Hey, Chris Hurd.
Hey,
yeah.
Chris.
And then we're doing opening night on HHN on the 9th of September. We're doing opening night at Scary Farm on the 16th of September. We're doing Scary Farm on the 25th. And then we still haven't worked out the details of Hayride and Six Flags. For sure, we're doing Six Flags on, I think we're doing Six Flags on the 26th, I think. We just haven't.
I just jump in the car.
I was waiting for the calendar to come up, and the calendar has come up now for Six Flags Fright Fest. So I think we'll be doing that. Yes, check for cancellations. We scored a sunset reservation at Lamplight Lounge this last trip. Yeah, Jeff Pike was down here and had a great time seeing you over there at Knott's Berry Farm. And I know you had a blast at Disneyland at Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, that made my whole night being able to hang out with Jeff and Lisa. I love those two so much.
Did you guys go back to Knott's Berry Farm and get on those roller coasters on that Monday? I hope you guys had a good time on the roller coasters over there. I was at Six Flags this morning and there was a ghost town. Like every roller coaster was a walk-on. I could have probably got on 6 roller coasters in the first hour easily. And then I could have did every roller coaster in the park today if I stayed there.
Well, you should have.
Well, no, because I shot a video for that. Then I had to come back, and then we went to the car dealership, and then we have a live stream tonight. So there's a lot of things going on today where I couldn't stay there. But I wanted to pop out that video first and make sure that try to do a Halloween update of what's going on over there at Six Flags, because we've done Halloween Horror Nights, we've done Scary Farm updates.
I'm so tired, Kiko. You weren't on when I was saying I was actually sleeping before the live stream, and Josh had to wake me up.
I went there, I go, Becky, she goes,
You know when you're in one of those deep sleeps and somebody jolts you up? That's what he did.
Juan, I was so sad because I went to Drop of Doom over there, and I got actually on the ride. I was the first person on the ride. I was by myself. No.
I didn't buy anything. Notify me.
Okay.
I need that.
And I got on the ride. The ride went up for about 10, 15 feet and then stopped. It broke down. And so then I had to be vacked off. And then I had to continue with my update for Fright Fest. So I didn't get back on it. So yes, we hit another day. I was really impressed how clean Knott's was. It's pretty clean. Sometimes it can get a little dirty on the weekends when it gets really packed. But if it's not too busy of a day and they have enough staff there, they will try to keep it clean. Sometimes the queuing areas of the roller coasters might get a little messy because the lines get long, and so people dump their drinks or their gum and stuff like that. But usually throughout like Ghost Town and the walkway areas are pretty clean, which is Knott's does a good job at.
Yeah, and I really think they're very friendly. Like, we've had nothing but good experiences with the Knott's. People have one bad, but
yeah, I can definitely say it's much better than Six Flags Magic Mountain. Six Flags Magic Mountain, like when the ride broke down, they didn't even communicate with me. The one girl looked at me and said, "We'll have you down in a minute," and then that was it. There was no words, nothing else. And then when they got the ride to bring me back down, they brought me back down. The girl looked at me, undid my seat. I popped it up, and she just walked away. And then so I went and grabbed my stuff, and there was a supervisor there, and there was two employees there. Not one of them said one word to me about, "Oh, sorry about it breaking down. Come back in a little bit," or anything. They just ignored me. So I just kind of grabbed my stuff, put my hat on, and I was like, "Okay," and I just kind of walked away because they just didn't say anything to me. It was really
weird.
It was really
awkward, right?
It was really awkward, and it was rude. But I'm not gonna be one to be like, what's going on here, guys? Anything? No. I did do that at the car dealership the other day.
Oh, really?
I was kind of mad. I went to a Toyota car dealership and I parked my car and I get out and I could see the salesman standing there. They're just talking. They see me. So I go up to some of the new cars.
Did you look like you don't have money?
No. And I'm looking at the windows, the stickers in the window and stuff. And I'm looking at the car and they're just ignoring me. And so I was like, okay. So I went and I walked to the building. I started walking to the building. Like, I'm just going to go inside and say, "Do you guys have any salesmen here? Like, is there somebody who wants to help me?" And as I was getting close to the building, one of the salesmen goes, "Oh, do you need help, sir? Do you need help?" And I go, "If you guys are done, yeah, I can use some help." Like, I was kind of rude, I guess, but I was a little upset at that point because I was like, they weren't doing anything. It wasn't like the lot was busy or anything. They just kind of I was like, wow.
They weren't going to try to work the sale. Well, they don't have to right now. Everything's above,
I was just like, okay. So I was very brief with him, and I was like, kind of not the happiest person with him, and then bailed out.
Good job,
eventually.
Babe. Good job.
But yeah, so I don't know. All right, you guys. With that, we're gonna call it a night. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream tonight. It was good talk. I had fun tonight.
Sorry, I was so sleepy today, you guys. I'm so sorry. I was just exhausted. I had a busy last week, and then our daughter Tiffany bought a house, and we were helping her move. Yeah. So it's just not necessarily physically moving, but just not being in our normal environment, I think.
Yeah, it's been a busy few weeks. So thank you guys for joining us. And we'll have I don't know when the next vlog's coming out because I just released this last vlog. So where the next vlog's going to be the street fair and summer nights again at Osprey Farm because Time Out with Michael sent us some tabs. And it will be good there.
See, you need to do what Kenny said.
That's what happened when I went to do a Mercedes dealer back in Atlanta. Let's see, what does he say? In Atlanta, then told them where to stick it, and I bought an Infiniti instead, and I went to the Mercedes to just show them. Yeah, like, well, it's if you're gonna be rude, I mean, it's just kind of like I got the guy's business card, so I know when I go, I decided I'll just do internet sales with them and just go through their internet department.
Don't give him any credit, yeah.
That way he doesn't get the money,
That's how it goes.
So, all All right, you guys. Thank you very much, and have a good night.
Everybody.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
We will catch you next time.
Next time.
Next time.